vulva is what girls have down below.
Your breasts grow firm and blossom under their canopy of fragrant silken skin. Feel your breasts swell. Feel them grow firm as they blossom to their natural limit. Feel the sensation.
You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery which reaches from the inner mind to
KDK's Lunatic Fringe.
All systems go! Prepare for countdown! 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go to adventure in the amazing year 400 million!
Due to some violent content, parental discretion is advised.
And now for something completely different.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of KDK's Lunatic Fringe. Wow, look at that. Right off the bat, I have my levels set okay. And, why don't we say something?
Hi.
You see your levels here in the window?
Yeah.
The yellow is good.
Yellow is good, and am I getting into yellow at all? No, I'm not.
So, I don't know. That's really loud. Well, we're not going to worry about that. They can still hear. Now I'm too low. Maybe. Hello? Okay, then maybe that'll be better if I turn the mics up a little like that. Okay. Hello, and welcome to our final program before Election Day, and our final program before Halloween. So this is our Hell Night episode, and Neo is hanging out in the chat room, and she has her deck of tarot ready. So perhaps we'll be doing some tarot readings for the listeners. We can call you, and Neo can read your tarot like Miss Cleo. I have a shitload. I have a shit ton of brand new prank calls because I've been editing my ass off this week. I edited 4 shows in 4 days. So there's a ton of new prank calls that I can play for you. We're also going to be listening to the creepy horror movie music throughout the night. We have the phone number for horror movie director Mark Polonia. We might call him, prank him.
Okay.
I don't think interviewing him would be too interesting because what the hell has he ever done but like a bunch of bad movies nobody's ever seen.
Alright.
I wanted to talk to him originally about the gay element that was in Splatter Farm, his first movie that I saw, but yay, Ted is here. Welcome, Ted. Anyway, I'm still getting settled in here, so I'm going to play a new prank call right off the bat. And this this is which one should I play? I'll play the Halloween ones first. And I got to turn the wave back up.
Mr. Dumb.
Hello?
Mr. Dumb. How are you doing, you old fat bastard?
Hello?
I'm looking for Ace the Doll Dumb.
Yeah?
Is that you?
Yes?
Oh, Mrs. Dumb.
Yes?
How are you doing, dear? Listen, let me tell you why I'm calling. Last night, I saw you creep over here, all stealthy and sneaky, and you smashed my pumpkin. And I know what you did.
I'm sorry.
And I called the police already, and they told me that there's nothing that they can do, so you know what I'm going to do about it? I'm going to...
I don't speak English. I'm sorry.
Well, you're speaking it fine right now, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to come over there, and I'm going to smash your pumpkin. So what do you think of that? I know I'm old, and I can barely lift it, but I can kick it. I'll kick it right off the porch.
I understand. I'm sorry.
Maybe I'll say I slipped on it, and I'll slip in your yard, and I'll sue. Because I'm old and I don't have anything else to do. I've got a lot of free time. Listen,
Sorry, I don't understand. I'm sorry.
what are you doing next Saturday? We're having a seance.
I'm sorry. Hello?
Hello, how are you doing, dear? Hello, I'm looking for Hortensia. Oh, how are you doing, dear? This is Ed from across the hall.
Hello?
Hello? Hortensia, please.
¿Quién habla?
Hello? This is Ed from next door, and tomorrow I'm going to be setting up a Halloween display with pumpkins and corn stalks and hay bales and all sorts of spooky things. Right. You follow me so far?
Hello?
I don't want what happened last year to happen again. You know, where you desecrated my Halloween decorations. You smashed my pumpkin and someone took a poo inside. You got a problem with Halloween? It's my favorite holiday. I have a Halloween wreath. It's all black and dead evergreens from a Christmas many long years ago. There's a little bird. He was in there at the time, so now he's all skeletal, and birds look cool skeletal. It's a real conversation piece now that the smell is gone a bit. So, is it safe for me to put my things, or are you going to come and bust them up again? Hortensia.
And we're back. And before I go any further, I need to say that I have no phone card. I have one around here somewhere, but I can't find it. So if anybody can donate one to the chat room, because I was too lazy to go out and get one before the program. So that way we can do prank calls. So we're still holding on whether we'll even be able to make live prank calls tonight. But that's okay, because I didn't promise live prank calls tonight. If you have it, play the theme from the Omen movies. That would be orgasmic. Is that a 1%er? He's quoting Salad Fingers. Anyway, you're listening to us live. We are up on PCU, Wild Bunch Radio, and DEF CON Radio. And I really can't tell how many people are listening, but probably about like 100 or so, I guess, between all three networks. And I really don't feel like doing the program. All day I haven't felt like doing the program. So, maybe we should just like cut it short or play like an old show or something. Because you guys appear not to be into it. Well, yeah.
No, I certainly... I certainly would like to.
What?
I certainly would like to.
You certainly would like to do the program?
Yeah.
You can host.
Not entirely myself.
I'll go sit on the couch and you can host. I'll listen.
No. Then all your 100 listeners would be gone.
I don't care. You know, everybody's out causing trouble tonight. It's Hell Night. People are out egging houses and TPing houses.
So we should be calling people.
I wanted to go out later and steal some Bush Cheney signs. But I don't know where to find many around here, believe it or not. What? That would be just as bad as the Republicans? No. It's not like I'm throwing out voter registration forms because the Democrats. Neo says, sorry KDK, I didn't get a phone card tonight. That's okay, Neo. And Neo's writing in through our AIM name, which is PCU Live. We have the AIM up. It's PCU LIVE. Really simple. We don't use MSN because Microsoft is evil.
Is there a volume setting here?
No.
No?
No.
Okay, I'll try to speak up, but I'm not even getting into yellow. I did for a moment see your belch.
They can hear you.
Okay.
They'll have to turn it up a little to hear you, I guess. The problem is that headphone isn't as good as this one, so this one's overpowering that one. So if I make you louder, then I'll be way too loud. What's wrong? Watch a horror movie or something. Maybe we'll end the program early so I can get some loving. What? No? Why not? You got what? Diarrhea. You got diarrhea. Lovely. And one thing I would like to hear tonight, I'd be interested in hearing everybody's stories about the worst things they did on Halloween, going out and causing trouble. Because I used to do that a lot when I was a kid.
Never did anything.
You never did anything bad?
Well, not like that. I would have liked to, maybe.
You never egged anybody?
No.
No? I used to go out and do that sort of thing on a daily basis. Because we live in a very small town, so there's not a whole lot to do. When you're bored and you're in a neighborhood that only has like 3 or 4 kids, there's nothing to do. So we would go out and put sticks in the road. Stupid shit. But it was funny. We would think it was the funniest thing in the world just to hear the tires screech and then run over the sticks.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, the more you do it, the worse it gets, until eventually we're building snowmen in the road and putting giant logs in the road and Christmas trees. When people used to throw them out in their backyard, we used to go steal them and put them in the road. And I remember the cement planter. That was probably, well, it was like an increasing intensity of things we would put in the road until eventually we put something large and concrete in the road, and that was the end of it because that really caused some damage to somebody.
Yeah.
We found this. We used to we would walk around the neighborhood at night, and sometimes people set their garbage out on the curb to be picked up. So one day we found like a little kid's piano, like it was a little plastic piano. It was like a turtle, and on its back it had like a little xylophone or like a little piano. So we took it was probably about 2 feet wide and about 2 feet high. It was pretty big. It wasn't heavy. But we took it and we put it in the road, and we knew exactly where to put things where people wouldn't be able to see it in time. Like they would come over the crest of the hill and be barreling down the hill, and they couldn't stop in time before they hit something. So it was the funniest thing because it's all hard plastic, and when the car hit it going like 40 miles an hour, the shit just exploded, and all you could hear was like after the original boom was the sound of like the little keys from the inside of the piano, because it worked like a xylophone, I guess.
Yeah, I remember you telling us that. I think you said on one of the other shows.
You could hear them tinkling up the road like.
Oh, okay, all right.
And we even, now this is elaborate. I once took a pair of pants, and I put a couple logs for legs in it, and I stuffed it with newspaper, and I sewed it to a pair of shoes on the bottom, and to a shirt on top, and then I stuffed the shirt with stuff, and I sewed gloves to the cuffs. So it was like a mannequin, like a body, but it was missing a head. So we always used to take that and put it in the road, and you would have to put like a basketball with a baseball hat on it facing away from the car, and they would come over the crest of the hill and they would hit it. And they would think they ran somebody over. Now that's really funny when you're 16 years old. It's absolutely hysterical. We found an old mangled bicycle in the woods once, and we put the dummy on the bicycle and laid it in the road. And the guy hit it going like 50 miles an hour, dragging the bike all the way down the hill on the undercarriage of the car. And he stopped and he turned around and he came back and he caught us. And it turned out to be a friend of my mom's. So he went to the house like directly. He didn't even offer to give us a ride. He saw us and then he drove straight over to my mom's house to tell us. So that by the time I got home, she was laughing, but she was yelling because she was afraid she was going to get in trouble because I caused an accident. V4 says he rolled a 16-pound bowling ball down Mount Pleasant Avenue Hill one time. That was total chaos. I've dropped car batteries over highway overpasses. Not trying to hit a car, but just like, a couple hundred feet in front of a car so they see it fall and it scares the hell out of them. I was walking around Danbury once and we found an abandoned TV and we smashed the screen onto a fire hydrant. But it's really cool. The cathode tube popped, and I'm not sure if it's related, but it makes that loud boom when you bust a cathode tube, and then the lights flickered for the street lamps, like the street lamp over the hydrant flickered. What were you saying?
The lady in Danbury, you mean Kevin?
The what?
The lady in Danbury with you, me and Kevin, we were going to the
Oh, yeah. me, Keith, and Kevin went to a club once, and we were walking back to the car, and just for no reason, there's this woman, like, minding her own business, like, walking up the road. I ran up behind her, and she didn't hear me, and I, like, leaned in and screamed right in her ear at, like, the top of my lungs, and it scared the shit out of her. And then, first she was, like, terrified, and, like, runs ahead a couple paces, then she figures out what's happening when she hears us laughing like crazy, and she's pointing around at everybody, fuck you, and fuck you. And then she's like, I'm going to follow you to your car, and I'm going to get your plate number. So I'm like, well, we got to get rid of her. We can't let her see us get into the car. So I ran after her, and she started to get scared like I was going to hurt her. And I was like, oh, wow, I shouldn't be doing this. We should just get out of here. But I had to scare her away so she wouldn't see us get in the car. So I'm running after her, and I'm like, well, I can't hit her. I can't knock her down or something. So I spit at her. I'm not proud of that. I'm not proud of that, but I spit at her, and she ran away, and we were able to get in the car and take off and not get in trouble. Yes, she runs down the road, please. That was the night we were at the club, and they were doing that bread thing, where they were allowing you to bring in, like, bread and rolls and throw them at the people that were playing on stage. So... and then what?
Kevin, being the brain surgeon he has to light one of the rolls on fire and then throw it at the band.
Yeah, Kevin's throwing flaming rolls. Most of them are frozen, so they were like little like rocks we were throwing at the people on the stage. And you remember Bill got hit in the eye, like the owner of the place got hit in the eye with like the butt end of a roll, and then he said people should stop throwing things. Yeah, it was funny. Starlight is sending a phone number for Curtis Halloween, but Starlight, do me a favor, send me the phone numbers from the chat room, because that's where I'm going to go when it comes time to dial. And nobody has sent in a phone card yet, so it looks like we can't do prank calls yet. Somebody send us a phone, sometimes we get people giving us, like 6 different people giving us phone numbers.
And I know I have a phone card with some time on it.
Yeah,
it's
not with
have
you.
It here.
Yeah. V4 says he toilet papered a tree once with a gasoline-soaked roll of toilet paper and lit the end of it. So you set somebody's tree on fire. That's Halloween-y. Anyway, nobody's like participating but V4. Surely everybody out there must have done wicked, evil things on Devil's Night. Or maybe just wicked, evil things in general like we did. For example, that cement thing I was talking about, it was a cement planter that was about 2.5 feet long and about 1.5 feet high, and it probably weighed about 75 pounds, and it took both of us to drag it into the road when there were no cars coming. And we got scared because we knew this was going to be big, and I didn't want to do it, but drunk Bill put me up to it. And we were walking back. He heads immediately to his house because he knows, this is the end of it. We got to get out of here because, someone's going to get some damage and call the police, and they're going to be looking for who did it. And I had to cross the same road where this planter is so that I could get back to my house. And I crossed the road, and I'm down the road like 100 feet, and I hear a car coming. And I have a perfect line of sight with the planter in the road. And all I can see is like the headlights on the planter, and then the car, and then something under the car hit the planter. Probably like the undercarriage or like the oil pan or something. And there was the most enormous fucking boom. Like somebody had just blown the car up. And you could see the concrete was pulverized, and you could see like little pebbles of it like going down the road. And that's when I ran. I just ran into the woods and snuck back to my house. And luckily I never got in trouble for that one. Starlight has another phone number for Billy Joe Demon. Billy Joe Demon and Curtis Halloween. We're still waiting for a phone card so that we can call somebody. Anyway, I'm gonna take a rest from talking here and drink a beer, and you guys can listen to another new prank call. This is one of the Sean Ward prank calls that are so incredibly funny. This one is called Bacon Thieving Waitress.
Holiday diner.
Hello there. Hello? Is this the Holiday Diner?
Correct.
My name is Mabel. I was in your place last night.
What's your name?
My name is Mabel. I'm an old woman. I'm an old black woman. I was in your place last night.
All right.
I came in your place last night. I ordered me a meal.
Okay.
I sat down in them booths of your place and I ordered me a meal. I ordered me them cheeseburgers y'all got. Are you listening?
Go ahead.
I was in your place last night, ordered me a cheeseburger.
Okay.
The banquet burger kind with the bacon on the top.
Okay.
You know I love me a banquet burger with the bacon on the top.
All right.
And the server come to my table,
and I could see when I opened up the buns that one of them piece of bacon, somebody took one of them piece of bacons off my burger. And what I could tell that the bacon was there because in the cheese, like, when the bacon had melted the cheese. Sitting on top all hot, you know how, like, when it's hot, it melts the cheese.
Yeah, I just thought the cheese melts automatically, yeah.
Well, your server, I saw him, he ate my bacon. I'm disapproving of his actions at that time right there.
All right. Who got the euro, the lady or guy?
It was the lady right there.
The tall lady or short lady?
Yeah, the short one.
All right, just 1 second. She's calling orders. Let me call her. She can't remember you.
Yeah, bring her over. I want to settle this matter urgently, sir.
Yeah, just 1 second. Just 1 second. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just 1 second. She's gonna come. I didn't remember. She remembered you very well. I think she said to you. What time was it approximately?
This was last night about 10:30.
2:30 afternoon.
No, 10:30 at night.
10:39. Hold on 1 second.
I don't usually go out that late, but I couldn't sleep. No, make me sleep. Hello? Hi. Are you the lady that served me last night? I don't know if I did or not. I'm an old black woman. Oh, okay. Do you serve an old black woman last night? No, not to my I recognize your voice. Yes, I recognize the manner in which you speak. And now you and I need to speak about this matter right here. What's the matter, dear? I ordered that cheeseburger, the one with the bacon on it, the banquet burger. You know how I love me a banquet burger. And when I get it, I open it up inside, I see where the bacon is. Somebody took one of my sister's bacon, and I'm pretty sure it was you, because I saw you smacking your chops as you walk away from my table. Honey, I don't take food off of tables, number one. Number two, I didn't wait on your burger. No, I didn't. I don't eat bacon. You took it off my burger, I didn't get my bacon. Sweetheart, I don't eat pork. Okay, number one. So therefore you got the wrong one, okay? Now you're trying to tell me I'm offending your religion? No, ma'am, I'm not telling you anything, but if you want to complain, you call the boy to me like this because you prejudiced? Excuse me, ma'am. You prejudiced, woman? Ma'am, no, I'm not, ma'am. I'm black myself. Hello. You prejudiced to me. Sweetheart, I'm black. Well, maybe you prejudiced against old people. No, honey, I'm old, too. You got to respect the elderly people. Oh, yes, honey. I know the future you got. Yes, darling. Listen, I have to go right now because I'm busy, and, you can call the boss back. What's wrong with you, ma'am? Good night, ma'am. What's wrong with you?
And we're back, and that was Sean Ward calling the infamous Holiday Diner. Right? That was Holiday or Three Brothers? No, that was Holiday. Yeah, that was Holiday. Neo says 2 years ago, some friends of mine were out late, and they brought a skateboard. It was late, but some of the little kids were out still. So they had an idea. They took a carved pumpkin, put some gas from one of their father's garage, and they drenched the pumpkin in the gas, lit it, put it on the skateboard, then shoved the board down the hill. Because there wasn't many street lamps down the street, it looked like the pumpkin was hovering. We found old tires in the woods once. They didn't have rims on it, just like the rubber part. And we took them to like the steepest hill in town, and we were rolling them down when cars were coming up the hill. And it wouldn't do any damage when we scared the fuck out of them. And it would hit their bumper and like bounce completely over the car. Like, you know, it didn't do any damage. But it just scared the fuck out of them. I was a little terror when I was a kid, wasn't I? I was fucking hell. I've often thought there ought to be a TV show about my adventures when I was a kid.
There was one time me and my brother and our guys we grew up with on our street had this brainy idea of playing with gasoline. One of those old-style gasoline containers that was round.
Yeah, the aluminum ones.
Yeah, and it kind of looked like a teapot.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know at the time that the fumes were flammable. I thought it was the gas. I was like 8 years old. And so, like, my brother's friend lights the pours the gas on the ground, spells out my brother's name, Doug.
Yeah.
And little brainy fucker I am, I come over and light it like when he's like 5 feet away from me, with the gas can in his hand. So the gas can catches on fire.
The fumes from the gas can just like caught fire.
Yep, and caught the gas can on fire. Itself. So then he throws it, Willie throws it, and then it fucking starts rolling down the road. All the way down the road, you just see like the big like trail of fire. Naturally, we were to go underneath Willie's sister's car. Almost blows the car up.
Really?
That was a good one. Now, my stepfather at the time was chief of fire department in Norwalk, in that district of town. So naturally, who comes to the fire call? My stepfather pulled me and my brother in by our hair. Doesn't even do the fire. He lets the other guys deal with the fire. You mean to tell me I get the call down to my own fucking road? You morons! Then I find out it's you? Well, I knew it was you as soon as I heard the call.
Yeah. I started a forest fire once. Well, I didn't, but a friend I was with. We used to, because we live in a very rural area, one of the things that the kids like to do at night is you go to like a swimming hole. And there was this one swimming hole on Kenwood Lake. It's a big man-made lake here around this area. And if you walk through the woods for like 15 minutes, you eventually come to this cool place where it's like a giant rock like that. It juts out over the water, and you can jump off it into the water, or you can hang on it and party and like start a bonfire and stuff. And a friend of mine who was there at the time while we were swimming, we're walking back to the car, and he decides he's going to build a torch. So he found like a discarded shirt that somebody had left up there, and he like spends forever trying to get it lit using like lighter fluid from his lighter to like ignite it. And he didn't realize that when this thing burns, eventually it's going to burn so that it falls off the stick. You know, it's going to burn so much until whatever parts are binding it around the stick are burned, and then it's going to fall to the ground. Unless you're holding it like up in the air, in which case it'll like fall down the stick and wrap itself around your hand, which is what happened. So he burned himself, and he flings it to the ground, flings the stick to the ground, flings the rags to the ground. All the leaves start catching fire like before anybody can do anything, and we just ran out of the woods. And we found out later that the water had been put out by boaters who saw it. And they stopped and they went up there, and they were like trying to bring buckets up to like, that was like the good part is that the leaves that were catching fire were all among like rocks. It wasn't like a heavily wooded area, so like all the leaves were burned up when we went back, but there wasn't like the trees weren't burned up, and it never got out of control. But we did start a forest fire, and we just left it. If those other people hadn't been there, the whole fucking 200 acres of forest would have been gone because of us. And nobody is telling us like any of their mayhem. Apparently the people in our chat room are too sedate, so you have nothing to fear. If you want to go in and talk to them, go to kdkprankcalls.com and click on the link for the chat room. You can join the 15 people that are hanging out in there and speak amongst yourselves, or if you're an IRC user, the address is irc.centralchat.net. And the room is KDK.
I noticed in the chat somebody had asked, oh, and see my levels are okay now.
Yeah, loose wire, remember?
Yeah. Somebody had asked who was here, and yeah, it's Raw Milk from the chat, so I just wanted...
Oh, yes. Maybe I didn't clarify that.
Well, they asked, somebody asked, and then somebody else said, yeah, I think it's Raw Milk. I was just going to confirm that, yes it is.
Once again...
That's why I'm not in the chat, because I'm visiting here.
Once again, you've come to visit for like a day and a half.
Yeah.
And how much does it cost to get here? Because I know it's like $60 either way.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna say.
How much is it? Tell us exactly.
It was like came out to like just over 110, 115 or something.
For both ways.
Yeah, for round trip.
Yeah. So you're spending $115 that you could spend on yourself. Go buy like yourself a nice big bag of pot or something.
I don't smoke.
Well, you got to have some vice. Maybe that's why you're depressed all the time. You drink soy milk. You don't like sugary cereal. You shave your arm hair. That's weird. You drink soy milk. That's bad enough. That's all you need to say about somebody.
See, I know Ted would feel my soy milk.
Yeah, Ted would like your soy milk. But maybe that's why you're so depressed, because you don't let your hair down and have, like, I don't know, have a candy bar every once in a while.
Well, see, for a while I would go out to a club once in a while, and that was my release. Yeah. No, I wouldn't drink, I would dance.
Dancing is your release?
Yes.
I need to dance, you fucking don't. That's so typical. I love the nightlife. There you go. Oh, anyway. What other problems did you cause when you were a kid? I was hell when I was a kid. My mom used to see me leaving the house at night and just say, "Don't get arrested." She had given up on saying, "Don't cause trouble" or "Don't do anything bad."
Well, we used to have this window, like, in our bathroom. And it was, like, a really large window so two people could stick their heads out of there. Well, more like mostly half their bodies out there. So one day, me and my friend Eric were throwing things out of the window.
You're hanging out the window throwing stuff at the cars?
And Eric gets a rotten tomato out of my refrigerator. Throws it before we even see the car. You know, we know the car's coming because it's a busy road.
Yeah.
And you could see the lights coming. It's right around the corner. And sure enough, she got rotten tomato on the guy's bald head because he's driving a convertible.
That's so embarrassing. Hey.
Hello.
Hey, Neil. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing okay.
Are you ready to do some tarot tonight?
Yeah, I only have 11 minutes still on my card.
Okay.
The fucked up card again.
So let's do my tarot first.
Okay.
I'm the most important. So, how do you start your reading? Do you need my first name only and birthday, please?
I need your first name only and a birthday, please.
My name is Dave, 2/1971.
No, I actually don't need anything. I just need a question, though.
You need what?
A question.
Uh-huh.
So, any kind of question?
You need to ask me a question, or I need to ask you a question?
Yeah, you need to ask her a question.
We'll actually ask the cards a question.
To guide.
Oh, to ask the...
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Will KDK ever be famous? No, you're shuffling the cards?
No, I'm putting them out. I already shuffled them.
Uh-huh. Now, when you do your reading, you're not doing like the traditional Celtic cross, which would be like a general life reading.
Yeah.
I might be able to do that with the runes later for people, but I don't appear to be too into it tonight.
Wait a minute, I have to shuffle them. They're all wrong.
They're all wrong?
Yeah.
That means, that means we didn't get the right answer.
Earlier.
What's that?
It was the same cards I was using earlier.
Oh. Oh, you were doing readings earlier?
Yeah.
For who?
A friend of mine.
Oh, cool. Your parents are Wiccan too?
My mom dabbles a little in Wicca.
Well, that's cool.
My dad's not the religion type. Okay.
We know this girl who's about like 6 feet tall, and she dyes her hair black, and she never gets any sun, so she's always like pasty white, and she always wears all black. And everybody calls her Spider Girl.
No, but I like goth people.
You
A
like
lot
goth
of my
people?
friends are goth people.
Yeah, but they're such posers.
And, you know, I sort of tried for a while, but I don't know, I just don't have I don't have personality that puts very much out there. I'm sort of
You're a
reserved. But I'm not in every circumstance, that's why.
You need a drastic change in your life. You need to dye your hair purple or something. What? Okay, Neil, we have an answer?
Yeah.
Okay, drum roll. Will KDK ever be famous?
From what the cards say?
Yeah.
It will, but not as soon as you think.
Not as soon?
Yeah. Like once you retire from...
Oh, after I die, then the prank calls will become popular. I'll be like 80 years old, and people will want to interview me, like the Bumbar Bastards and shit.
Yeah. Like it won't come like in your lifetime. It'll be like a while.
Oh, great. So the answer's no. I'll never be famous. Okay. How about will George Bush be redefeated this Tuesday?
Oh, God. I had that one once, and it said yes.
He will be redefeated?
It said no. I did it once for my ex.
Yeah.
And she wanted to know who she should vote for.
Yeah.
And
how do you have to ask?
Carrie. And the card said that even though that she would vote for Bush, Carrie, that Bush would still win.
It's very close. And you know what? I'm hoping for some sort of poetic justice where Bush wins the popular vote, but Kerry wins the electoral vote. That's what I'm hoping happens.
No, I'm really hoping that we don't have any form of anyone liking Bush anymore. It seems idiotic to... even the simple fact that we know he lies to us about a lot of things.
Yeah.
And see, I mean, even people that support him can't deny that. Like the little stunt where they put...
But everybody
they had
says
the Made in China boxes and they taped over Made in USA.
Uh-huh. Well, a lot of the people out there are people who benefited from his tax breaks. The wealthy and the married couples.
But that's not a lot of people. It's just a few people
every
that are very
couple in
powerful.
America got a tax relief, this year.
A little bit. It was...
Yeah, well, it's barely anything, but people think it's something, Okay, what's our next question for Neo? Did he do the president?
No.
No.
I didn't do that one.
Okay, so you have anything you want to ask?
No.
No, I'm talking to Ryan.
Oh.
I don't know. Well, I guess a good question is how much longer I'm going to be living in the house I'm living in, because people are starting to move now. The one roommate that was the boyfriend of the girl that I lived with, they're breaking up and she's moving out, or he's moving out rather. So I just wonder what that house is. How soon I'll be moving. I'll probably be moving at some point because they've been wanting to move for some time. But
that's another reason why you need to save your money.
What was his question?
He wants to know how long he's going to be living in his current apartment.
Well, house.
Okay.
House.
Room that I rent.
Also, when I was a kid, I don't know why I did this, just because it was fun at the time, and I was like 6 years old. I went through the garden, and every tomato, every vegetable that was in the place, I took it and threw it against the side of the garage, because it was fun for me to watch it splat, and I didn't understand my dad's going to have to come out and hose it down and, pick all this stuff up before it starts to rot and stink and everything. And I destroyed his, entire garden, smashing cucumbers. And he came home, and the wall was just like a Jackson Pollock painting of, rotten fruit and vegetables. We had a pear tree in the backyard, and cherry tree, and crabapple tree. So, Neil, what's the answer?
I can't see anything.
You can't see anything?
No, not in this one.
Answer unclear, ask again later.
What's that?
Answer unclear, ask again later,
yeah,
right? Like
that
8 ball.
So, let's call somebody and ask if they want their fortune read.
Okay.
Okay, let me see.
Can I just, make up something for them?
What's that?
Can I just, make up something for them?
Oh, yeah. Well, you can do a real reading for them if you want.
No.
But I had a couple ideas tonight. I'm going to give you a little setup for this because we might call her a couple times tonight. But a listener, I believe it was C104, the Core, got a call from an elderly, confused lady looking for her friend Marilyn. And when Marilyn wasn't there, she got all upset and she was crying on the phone, and he said she was very dramatic. And so I told him to do star 69 to get her number. So he dialed star 69, and he gets the number off of the readout on the phone. And then I do a reverse lookup so that we can find her name and her address. Now, her name is Jean Gibble, and all we know is that she was looking for her friend Marilyn. So maybe you could call and say that her friend Marilyn bought her a free reading? Okay.
If we're going to call repeatedly, we could call... we could all call claiming to be Marilyn, or we could be different Marilyns.
Yeah, well, that'd be funny. My idea, I was going to try to be nice tonight. I was going to try to call up using the Joe voice saying I was Marilyn and trying to get her to believe me so that she would feel better thinking she had talked to her old friend because she's probably going senile at this point. Okay, so I'm going to click over and dial, and I'll be right back.
card number. You can now add voicemail. Press star to hear more. You may dial now. Card has 31 minutes remaining. Welcome to AT&T prepaid card service. Please remember to shop where you bought this card. Dialing.
I like this as where you bought this card.
Yeah, really. Eugene Gibble.
Brenda Friends, Maryland?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
We're waking her up. Or maybe she died already.
I got 1 minute remaining.
Uh-oh.
The party you called cannot be reached at this time.
Okay, well, Neil, since we're almost out of time, we'll ask you one more question. What do we ask? I don't know, what do we ask? Is the Messiah walking amongst us currently? According to the Bible, Jesus is supposed to be right about here, right about now.
Well, we should call Elizabeth, my elder mate's mother. She'll tell us that she thinks the Messiah is Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp? Why Johnny Depp?
It's because she's obsessed with Johnny Depp.
Oh, okay. I knew somebody who thought the Messiah was John Lennon.
But the Bible's full of crap.
Oh, we just lost Neil. Her card just ran out. But her last thing was that the last thing she said was the Bible is full of crap. So
yeah, it's very.
Maybe her card said that the Messiah is not here yet.
And it's very old, so.
It's old. It was written by men who
written
were
by people that were a lot less advanced as far as just general understanding of things. Not that we really understand things now, but
remember what happened to Galileo for saying the world wasn't flat? He was locked in prison till his dying day. But yeah, it's outdated dogma that really it needs to be redefined, but you can't redefine it and make it acceptable. It would take another 1,000 years for it to be accepted.
And it has really, even though it preaches like peace and that sort of thing and tolerance. On one level, it's also sort of geared towards oppressing, keeping people humble and keeping them in place and keeping the powerful in power.
And to maintain the dominance of their religion. Yeah. So they outlaw things like homosexuality because they want people to marry and continue and teach their kids the religion and help it to grow.
Yeah, and procreate and have a lot of disposable little lives that they can send to war or
wow, you're fired up tonight.
So send to war or put in their factories or whatever they need to do with them.
You're the most sedate, pissed off person I've ever seen. Anyway, let's see what the people are saying. Monkey Phone says, I used to poop on people's lawns on Halloween if they gave me shitty candy. I have a feeling he's kidding, but that's not a bad idea. We used to egg people's houses if they pretended they weren't home. You would see the lights on like all night after like 9 o'clock, when they think the kids are done coming around. And like all afternoon up until like 5 o'clock. So, they're pretending they're not home. Because the cheap asses don't want to go to the store and buy some fucking candy. Some people would egg their houses.
Monkey Phone says he pooed on someone's yard last year. That would be weird. You
know what you do?
How would you wipe? I wonder.
Like a dog, you drag your ass on the lawn.
Oh, I don't think I'd want to do that.
No, you wouldn't want to do that. No. My friend Drunk Bill, I tried to have him on here last week so that he would talk about some of the shit on the air because I thought it would be funny talking about mischief making. But he took a crap on a piece of balsa wood. We found the construction site for a house. So he literally took a shit. Like he dropped trout and took a human shit on a piece of balsa wood, and he's carrying it around on the balsa wood. and he carries it to the road, and he's waiting for a car to go by because he wants to throw a shit at the car. And it's summer, so he's hoping somebody's window's open. And of course, the first vehicle to come by is the ice cream man. And I don't know if everybody is familiar with an ice cream truck, because that might be something that we only have around here, where guys drive around and sell ice creams from a truck.
We've got them too in Lancaster.
It's like a little van, and there's like a hole in the side, which is like the sales counter. Oh, there's the privacy manager.
To hear who's calling, call from George.
Okay, I'm not accepting calls from people who don't identify who they are. I don't know George. But anyway, like I was saying, they have like a hole cut in the side where like the ice cream man will sell his ice cream to you, and they got the freezer in the back wall, and the shit sailed right through the open window and splatted right on that freezer, and and then the guy just lays on the horn. So you as soon as the shit hit, you hear him like laying on the horn, and I'm wondering how he saw it. Maybe he heard it. Because he's the freezer's behind him. He's like driving, here's a splat, turns around, and there's a turd on my freezer. You ungrateful bastards. How do we get on the subject of poo? Oh, because monkey phone. Yeah, monkey phone, you know what would be better? Poo in somebody's pumpkin.
Light your ass on fire.
Well, put it out first. Blow it out first. I would very much like a tarot reading. Here's my number. Oh, it's too late to do a tarot reading. I have a deck of tarot, but I'm not good at reading. I don't know all my shit yet. I used to be good with runes, but now I don't remember it anymore. And Starlight has Thomas Pumpkin confirmed working, and Joseph Witch confirmed working. This Curtis Halloween number was an answering machine. I forgot to confirm before sending you the number, so you might want to trash it. The demon one, someone answered. Okay, cool. So Billy Joe Demon, Thomas Pumpkin, and Joseph Witch. That's what we have tonight. Not many people sending in numbers tonight because everybody's out pooing on everybody else's yard. Did you go trick-or-treating when you were a kid, at least?
Yeah. It was real tame. I remember I hated trick-or-treating. It was kind of boring.
You didn't like trick-or-treating was boring to you? Free candy?
Yeah.
Let me guess. You were the guy hoping for the popcorn balls and the bags of pretzels.
No, because I don't know. I hated. I remember I hated having to check the candy.
What do you mean, check for razor blades?
Yeah, well, they had to check everything was sealed and all that.
Yeah. Oh, your parents had to check everything.
Yeah, or I had to check it with them. That was the thing, like we did together.
Oh, really? It was like a family thing.
Before I got to eat any.
And that's just an urban legend. There's never been once a documented case of somebody getting Halloween candy that had a razor blade in it. There was one that was attributed to a candy. There was one candy-related death where it turned out the kid didn't die from the candy, but he had eaten his uncle's stash of heroin, and the guy tried to blame it on the candy.
To hear who's calling, press 1. Call from. To take this call.
I don't know who that is either. I feel like I'm being mean to people. I won't put them on here.
Yeah, well, here, you can give out my number in the chat if you want them to call.
No. You don't want to give out your number on the air, because then, idiots will be calling you, constantly. They'll be posting your number on, E-Bombs World and shit.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, it would be more interesting than my phone. That thing never rings.
So. Oh, your phone never rings.
Even if it's harassing calls.
Hey, you're going back to sleep again. You slept 13 hours.
Yeah, he slept all day and he wants to sleep now.
13 hours he slept, from 8:30 in the morning to 9:30 at night.
Well, he was up almost the 2 previous days, right?
Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm going to play another one of these new prank calls, and then we're going to come back and make some more prank calls. This one is called... Which one do I want to play? My mom makes me check the candy, and then makes me throw half of it away. See, everybody's all paranoid about... Like I was saying, there are only 2 cases that were originally attributed to, Halloween poison. One was the poisoning, where it turned out that the kid actually ate his uncle's stash of heroin. And the other one where somebody got, an apple with a razor blade in it, but it was put there by his stepfather. On purpose. So it wasn't like he got it from like an anonymous house. It was like somebody in the family trying to hurt this kid. And
see, I would sneak candy as I got it. Like,
yeah.
If I was, depending on if my parents were with me, I don't know. I think some years they were with me, like when I was younger, but other years I was just out with maybe with my sister and friends or whatever. But then I would like sneak it between houses.
At what age did you stop like trick or treating?
I don't know. Probably maybe earlier than some people, like probably around 10 or so.
Oh, really? I didn't stop till I was around like 13, and then after that I started going around not for candy, but to like terrorize the neighborhood.
Yeah.
One year I hid on the roof of my house, and I was throwing eggs at people, and my mom comes out yelling at me, like afraid that they're gonna egg the house because I'm hiding on the roof. But my parents used to do the same thing. They used to like dump out all the candy, and my dad would take half of it so that he could bring it to work. I didn't like that. I was like always pissed, like my dad is stealing half my candy. You know, when you're a kid, you're just greedy. You don't appreciate that your parents are getting you like a place to live and food every day and everything. I was just pissed off that he wants to take some of my candy.
Well, if you have a kid, if you make the decision to have a kid, then you're taking on the responsibility of that. I don't think that's like a bonus or something.
So you think I was right to be angry for him taking the candy?
Well, I don't know. That's his decision.
Or I used to do the thing. I used to give him the whammy candy, like the saltwater taffies and the Nico wafers and like the sugar daddies and Tootsie Rolls.
I don't like the Neckos, but I like saltwater taffy. Okay.
All that stuff I used to give it to my dad because he liked it and I didn't. So. And we used to get like the weirdest shit, and I never knew where it came from. But you know, this probably happens to everybody, where you dump out your bag of candy and you see candy that you've never heard of before, but it's obviously not new. Like the packaging looks like out of 1950, and you wonder if it's like an old lady who's like finding stuff in the bottom of her purse and like throwing it in the candy basket for the kids. Saltwater taffies and caramels, those stupid little square caramels that look like bouillon.
When I was a kid, I used to wonder if those Mary Janes had pot in them.
Yeah, they're hash. Yeah, we used to get Mary Janes a lot, nasty. The squirrel nut zippers. Ugh. Those are like the old people candy, the butterscotches and stuff like that.
Yeah, I like Mary Janes though. They're peanut butter.
Yeah, but you're a boring person. You like boring candy. And Smarties. Well, Smarties were cool, I guess. But those were one of the ones that my parents wouldn't let me have, because Smarties, they weren't like sealed, and they weren't hermetically sealed. You know, like lollipops and stuff like that. My parents wouldn't let me have because all it was is like a wrapper twisted around it, so somebody could fuck with it and then wrap it back up again.
Yeah, you could. Powdery anyway. You could slip in some anthrax.
Also, around the time when I was a kid, there was a big scare because there was somebody going around putting cyanide in Tylenol capsules. That was before they had like childproof, like foil sealing and everything like that.
News,
yeah, like one guy would like buy a bottle of Tylenol and like carefully open it and like you pull the capsule apart and just dump it out and fill it with cyanide and then put it back together neatly, and he would sneak into the store and put it back on the shelf. So everybody's all paranoid about people tampering with stuff and wrapping it back up again at the time. So like the little chocolate bars were like the things that you would most look forward to as a kid.
And I hated chocolate as a kid.
And my parents used to inspect them for pinholes, like afraid that people are like injecting stuff into the candy. And they had me paranoid for years until I actually like looked into it and found out that there's no basis for this urban legend about poison candy.
I liked fruit candy and gummies.
Gummies. I was so old that they didn't even have gummy bears when I was a kid.
Gummy bears?
No, we didn't have. When I was a kid, we didn't even have gummy bears.
They have gummy bears. Gummy
bears
they didn't.
Have
been around.
No, well, they weren't in this country. It was like a German candy, and they didn't start importing it until like when I was like a young teenager. But when I was really little, they didn't have gummies. Well, anyway, like I said, I'm going to play another prank call here, take a break, drink a beer, stuff like that. I'm going to play this one. It's called Joe's Confession. It's something I left on somebody's answering machine, so it's not really even technically a prank call, but it's still funny.
Yeah, it's me. Leave whatever. What? Hello, I was hoping person, but since I got a machine, I guess I'll leave my message because I don't know if or when I'll be able to call back. So I'll just say that my name is Joe.
And I probably need to say that the premise is I'm calling this guy because his name is Jesus. So I'm trying to get the Son of God to hear my confession.
And it's been, excuse me, it's been 57 years since my last confession. I've been living in sin for quite a while. And that's why the Lord has brought the lung cancer upon me. As you can hear in my voice, it's very difficult for me to speak above a whisper, because I'm speaking through a hole in my throat with the aid of an electronic voice box. But at least I just thank God that I don't have to burp talk. So let me give you my confession. Well, it starts back in 67, I guess. I had an extramarital affair on my husband Edgar with a young man from the military, and I never told him, and nobody ever found out. But I've been thinking about it all these years. Excuse me, I think I have a hairball or something. I'm sorry to do that to you. I just blew a wad of phlegm through the hole in my throat. Well, where was I? Yes. I was with Lester, and he was on shore leave. He was in the military, and we had a wild night of passion. And I've been living with the guilt all these years, but at the same time, it's been a source of fantasy material for these nigh on 50 years or so. So that's my great evil. I just needed to confess to you, you know, being the Son of God and all, because as you can probably surmise from my voice, I'm sort of knocking on death's door myself. So I'm coming clean, even though Edgar himself is pedestal, and I still want to come clean and admit my misdeeds. And while we're on the subject, there was also that time in '84 that I snuck over to Margaret's house and I urinated in a rose garden. And I felt guilty about that, but at the time, I felt she deserved it because she had done something very awful to me. She was spreading some awful, vicious rumors about me. And that was my way of getting back at her, and she never knew, but I felt better when I saw the roses die. Anyway, you know what, I'm gonna go because my voice is really dying on me. So I'm gonna give you a call back another time.
And we're back. And Neo says that way too loud. Sorry about that, way too loud there for a second. Neo says, I get foreign candies from the Philippines, Vietnam, Mexican candies, and just weird candies in general. One year, I snuck one from the bag before I got home, and the candy tasted like shit, whatever shit might taste like, dunked in vinegar and coated with sugar. It was nasty. After I spit it out, I read the package it came in, and it was in some Asian calligraphy. I used to run a gas station, and they sell these things they call change makers. So you can buy a box of like little like 10-cent candies. And I used to buy these candies from Argentina called Fizz, just F-I-Z-Z. And what it was is like a hard candy with like some Alka-Seltzer inside, so it would fizz on your tongue like when you ate it. And it's like impossible to find, like except for like ethnic like bodegas and stuff like that. So I used to like buy like all my favorite candies, like dino sour eggs. They're like gobstoppers, only they were sour. They were shaped like dinosaur eggs. And I used to buy like an obscure candy that I liked. So I would buy a box of it, and you know, you buy a box of like there's like 100 pieces, and you buy it for like $2. So I constantly had like a stock of candy in the house, and so Halloween I would just go through and throw stuff in bags and give it out to people. So I'm guilty of giving out some foreign candy myself. And there was this Spanish lollipop called Chupa Chups, which the translation means suck suck, because it's a lollipop. And I gave those out one year. And they come in like nasty flavors like key lime pie and like chocolate for like a lollipop. You know, you expect like strawberry, cherry, raspberry, stuff like that. Yeah. Not from Argentina, they have fucking banana. Banana cream and shit. This is the soundtrack from The Omen that we're listening to. Maybe I ought to make a prank call.
Lice cream.
Yeah, lice cream. They're probably talking about gross candy. There was this one that was out years ago. It was called Worms and Dirt. And what it was gummy worms in a little container of those chocolate sprinkles that they put on ice cream cakes at Carvel. You know, those little chocolate crunchies. So the dirt was little chocolate crunchies. And I guess you were supposed to lick the worms and dip it in this stuff. It was like the most disgusting thing, but everybody loved it. I don't know if it's still marketed anymore, but I ordered a couple cases and they sold like crazy. Thurston Edgar 123 was kicked by Starlight because you are annoying me. That rhymes, like Dr. Seuss. Monkey Foam Matt is stuck on the orgasmic. Monkey Foam Matt, do you even know what orgasm is?
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
He's like 12 years old. Yeah, I guess he does now.
Yeah.
Maybe he's never had one. Can you... Well, you can have an orgasm when you're a little kid because nothing will come out. Right?
I think I was like...
Because sperm is like a mix of like some kind of saline solution and then the sperm. So just like the saline probably comes out.
Maybe so.
Anyway, let's see who we can call here. We only have like 5 numbers coming in, so we don't really have a whole lot of choice.
Well, we have
oh, wait a minute, Mr. Peepers is here. Here are some numbers I sent you before, so they're already confirmed, but not tonight. So we got John Spook, Alan Horror, Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger, Jason Voorhees, Rock Zombie, Marjorie Ghost, Mahmoud Ghoul, Duty Ghoul, Duadi Ghoul, Edward Munster, Charles Pumpkin, Eli Pumpkin, Kitch Witch, Stella Killer. Neo says, I had those before, they weren't bad, but the one I had was sweet, then all of a sudden, once the fizzing started, you tasted chili pepper.
Wow.
No? I haven't tried those before. Chili pepper flavored candy. You know, gotta love those godforsaken third
hot
world.
tamales and stuff.
Well, yeah, I guess so.
Hot cinnamon. That's the thing. Hot cinnamon doesn't taste like cinnamon. It's a different flavor, don't you think?
Well, it's an artificial flavor because cinnamon isn't really hot.
Right. So
yeah.
Why do they call it cinnamon?
It does have a cinnamon flavor to it, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. Right to the candy companies.
Not worth it.
Right to the candy company that makes the hot chili pepper flavored fizz inside. How disgusting. We're giving out this year. We're giving out blood balls that's supposed to change your mouth red. We're selling out this bubble gum that's supposed to make your mouth fizz.
It doesn't fizz very much.
It doesn't fizz very much?
Not at all.
And another one that has like warheads inside. I had one of these. I bit into it. It looks like an eyeball, and then you bite into it, and then it's like warheads inside. You know, it's like super sour, like crazy sour, so you got to spit it out right away. Maybe I'm giving out some whammy candy inadvertently this year. Most of our candy's decent. Mm-hmm. Just the Halloween themed candy I bought, like the alien pods I bought. It's supposed to be. It's like a piece of bubble gum hollow with like little crystals of sugar inside.
Yeah.
Lovely for the kids. Fun for the whole family. And Mr. Sarah J. Candy. I don't understand the name either. Sarah J. Candy. Mr. Sarah J.
Mr. Sarah.
Or maybe it's Monsignor. Mr. Sarah.
Or maybe it's Mrs. and they just missed the S.
Or maybe it's Mrs. Era.
Ara.
Let's call somebody here. We have Monkey Phone's number. Let's call and ask for his mom.
Okay.
And tell him he's been doing bad stuff.
Oh.
And get him in trouble. Get him grounded on Halloween.
I don't want to get people in trouble.
Let's get him grounded on Halloween. Let's call him and say he's been masturbating on webcam.
Yeah. Take it from the boring person. You don't want to get anybody in trouble.
Yeah, I don't want to get anybody in trouble. Starlight had these numbers, so maybe we'll call up. Neo says she likes crybabies. What is your favorite candy? Like when you were a kid, when you opened up the bag, what's the candy that made you go, oh yeah, when you saw it in there?
Gummies. I would go through them.
Yeah.
My mom used to get the peach penguins.
The peach penguins?
Peachy penguins.
To give out?
No, to have at the house.
Uh-huh.
See, my mom, she liked health food, but she also had like a sweet tooth for candy, and she had like gummies in the house a lot. And that's sort of
Well, gummies are fat-free.
Yeah.
They're not that bad.
Then, well, it's pure sugar still.
Well, it's gelatin and sugar, so...
Yeah.
So, sugar's not a bad thing.
Too much is, yeah. Too much.
Well... I think there was only beer number 2 to... Hello?
I think this got unplugged.
They got unplugged.
Did it?
No, well, can you hear yourself?
No, I can't hear.
Go ahead and say something.
Hello? Oh, I can. Yeah, I just can't hear.
I bet you there's probably a loose wire inside.
Okay. I can't hear through the speakers anymore, but apparently...
No, I turned the speakers off. I can't turn the speakers on while we're on the air. We'll get crazy feedback.
I mean, I can't hear through the headphones.
Oh. I could turn the volume up.
No, it doesn't matter. The headphones are dead.
Oh, they're completely dead now.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I'm using the new headset.
No, now they're not. See? Now they're not.
Now they're not. Just don't move your head. You gotta stay perfectly still once you get it to work. You can't move at all. Don't move. Okay, we can call up Thomas Pumpkin. And what do we want to do to Thomas Pumpkin?
I don't know. Something to do with,
where's my Jeopardy music?
Because pumpkins get smashed, you know, at Halloween.
Yeah.
So
well, we're not going to call him and tell him that we're going to smash him. That would be bad.
Warn him to watch out, Mr. Pumpkin. Somebody's going to come throw you against the wall.
I don't know. We got to come up with something better than that.
Yeah, got to be better.
Can you do a little kid voice? Maybe we ought to get Monkey Phone Matt in here to do a prank call with us. It would be funny to have a little kid call somebody up and say, "I'm so going to egg your house if you give out crappy candy again this year."
Is Sean in the chat?
Sean is probably out partying tonight. Let's see who's in the chat room. We only got 18 people in the chat room tonight. That's like almost half of normal.
You know, Ellie never calls in.
Ellie calls in every once in a while. Yeah, I have. Ellie has done prank calls with me before.
Oh, good. Ellie, if you're listening, call in. You're always real nice to me in the chat. It would be good to talk to you.
Oh, Venison is here. You know what? I'm gonna out Venison because he's a cool bud. He's a friend of mine from the Wild Bunch people, the Wild Bunch side of things. I've been really away from internet radio for the past week because I've been concentrating on editing my stuff and getting my shit all caught up on, and I haven't been listening to a whole lot of internet radio. Although I did call into Sloan last night while you were asleep and he was already at work. Yeah. And I was up and I was drunk and I was like, okay, I'm bored. I'm going to call into Sloan. And it was probably really hysterically funny because we were both completely shit-faced. And I tried to record it, but my recording got fucked up because I was drunk when I was trying to do it. So I fucked it up. Oh, well. I ought to call Sloan and ask him for, like, my segment from his show, but he probably wouldn't do it.
Glowworm says you're God.
DJ Glowworm says KDK is God. Glowworm is actually one of the new prank callers on the website, on the Hosted Pranks page at kdkprankcalls.com. And he has the worst luck with file transfers because he tried to send me 4 calls, and altogether he probably tried to send each call at least 5 times before I eventually got them. And, you know, some of these I bet you I didn't get. I think there's only like 2 of these that are complete that I was going to play tonight, and I haven't heard yet. So DJ Glowworm, hang out. I'm going to be playing your stuff in a little while. Stay in the chat room and people let you know what they think of them. Or maybe you want to hightail it out of there if they suck. Because people can be ruthless. Hey.
Hi, Dave.
Ellen?
Yeah, how are you?
Thank you.
I'm fabulous. How are you doing, man? Can you hear Ellen?
Yeah, I can hear her.
Okay.
Okay.
How are you doing, dear?
I'm doing great because it's Saturday night.
You sound good.
Yeah, I'm feeling good.
Oh, you drinking tonight? You smoking? You're smoking. God bless you.
Well.
So, are you all ready?
I am ready.
You have, like, your candy all set and your costume picked out?
Oh, no, I'm not giving anything out.
You're not giving out candy?
Yeah, good for you. Me neither.
I'm still going to throw eggs at your house.
I avoid the handing out candy thing. That depresses me. If I'm not out, to me that's like New Year's. If I'm not out on Halloween, I don't want to be doing anything.
Yeah, but you don't want to piss on the little kids' parade. It's not your holiday. It's a little kids' holiday.
I know. I've been doing it for a long time.
I've been ready for, like, over a week now. I have all my candy bags made up, and they're all, like, sitting over by the door. And we're expecting less kids this year because it's going to be on Sunday night instead of a Saturday, so kids have to go to school the following day. So I'm expecting less kids, I hope, because we only have about 70 bags of candy. And last year we went through 80, so I'm hoping we're not going to run out. Or I'm going to end up giving out like fucking... What am I going to have to give out? I'll give out cans of cat food. I got nothing. I got some rotten eggs.
Rotten eggs, oh, okay.
Yeah. You know, because you never want to throw the rotten eggs in the garbage until you're ready to bring it out.
Right.
You know, but then when you bring the garbage out, you always forget to put the eggs in there.
Right.
So we have eggs that are like months expired, like in the fridge probably.
Alright, I'm going to do a prank.
You want to do a prank?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see who we're going to call. We're going to... Let's do Thomas Pumpkin. Okay.
How about Michael Myers?
You want? Okay, you want to do Michael Myers. Let me find
Yeah.
Michael Myers. Mr. Peepers had Mike Myers.
Your call has been forwarded to an
Damn it.
automatic voice message system.
You want me to leave a message?
Yeah, leave me a message.
Is on the phone. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Mike, that mask. You know, I saw it on TV. Didn't scare me.
Hello. No one is available to take your...
Sorry. Mike, listen. The mask that was hanging down near your neck, it looks plastic. Alright? Now, it doesn't scare me. I know you're trying to scare that little girl. I got her laying in that bed. I don't know what Halloween it was, but maybe Halloween 5. You know, you stabbed the girl. Why did you do that? I don't understand. I mean, you really got to stop doing these things. You know, I need to take my medicine, and I don't understand why you would do something like that. You take the mask off, show your face, stop scarring people. I heard that you almost got caught on fire, but I don't know what it's going to take to kill you. Bullet? What? Now, just stop doing it. I'm going to call the police. I have your name and number. From Alabama. Bye.
Are you hot?
What?
Suddenly I'm really hot in here. Maybe because I'm drinking.
No,
you have your own. You don't have your heat on, do you?
We have the door open, so it should be nice and cool in here. But it's not really cold in Connecticut yet. It's still it'll be a pleasant night for the kids on Halloween.
I brought a real
I hope
big
it'll
coat
be nice
along.
tonight.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night. It'll be nice tomorrow night.
Yes.
And we turn the clocks back.
Yes.
And
Too
then,
bad it didn't happen tonight. Then I would get out of doing the show. No, wait a minute. Actually, I'd end up having to do an extra hour, wouldn't I? Because it would be going back, not forward.
Exactly.
So that would suck.
Exactly.
And because everybody was listening to me last night, or last week, you know what you missed? You missed Ashley Simpson on Saturday Night Live making a fool out of herself, being exposed lip-singing in front of, like, millions of people.
Who? Where?
Ashley Simpson was a musical guest on Saturday Night Live, and she's supposed to be singing one song, and they queued up the wrong song, and she didn't know the lyrics, so that when the lyrics come on, she's holding the microphone down at her hip, and her voice is being heard, so everybody knew she was lip-singing, and she tried to recover and then got all embarrassed and ran off stage crying.
No, for real?
Yeah, for real.
Oh my goodness.
You haven't heard about that? I'm
No.
dying to see the video because all I've heard about it, you know. I've only heard about it. I haven't been able to see it yet. So if somebody knows where to find that, send me an IM and I can give it out over there so everybody can go see Ashley Simpson make a fool out of herself.
Her PR people or whoever had probably...
No, she's blaming the band.
Oh.
She came back after that, like at the end of the program, I guess, and she was blaming it on the band, saying that they played the wrong song.
No, because if her voice was on, she would have been lip-syncing it.
Well, yeah. Well, that's another thing. She was trying to claim that there were some pre-recorded background vocals, and that's supposedly what we heard, but everybody knows what they heard. Yeah. They're trying to put a spin on it. They're trying to suppress that video, probably. That episode will never be broadcast again.
We'll just cut that part out.
That's happened before. I think when Sam Kinison appeared on Saturday Night Live, he started cursing, and they cut him out, and they never re-aired that episode.
Did he die?
Yeah.
Sam Kinison died a long time ago.
Yeah.
Do you feel like calling somebody else?
If you can give me a premise to some type of what I can say to them.
Well, we want something Halloween themed. So, something to do with Halloween or pumpkins or candy or...
Oh my goodness gracious.
Oh my word. Do you need to go? Do you need to take your call? It's calling up saying, Mom, get off the internet radio all stoned and pranking people.
I don't know who keeps calling here. It's probably my neighbor should prank her.
You want to prank your neighbor?
I'm not pranking my neighbor.
No, I can prank her.
She won't stop.
She won't stop.
No, she won't.
Give me your number. I'll call her.
What are you going to say to her?
I'll yell at her for giving out crappy candy. I'll accuse her of giving me bags of pennies.
What name? What are you going? What voice are you going to use?
I don't know. Well, I won't do it because I don't want her to figure it out, and you're getting.
Oh my Lord! This never happens. Hello.
Talk to her.
I can't talk now.
I'll do it.
I'm on the phone. I got a long distance. Goodbye.
Crappy candy.
Hello.
I don't like it.
Oh, you should prank her. Oh.
You want us to?
Yeah.
Her number will be busy because she's constantly calling you.
That's a double line.
Oh, she does?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll mute us and then you can give me the number, okay?
Okay.
Oh, we're going back on the air. Okay, I got the number. So, Ellen, you can hang on the line while I do it, or you can hang up and listen on the radio.
All right, I'll hang up. My daughter wants to use it.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Peace out.
Take care. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye. And a happy Halloween to you, Ellen. And a pox upon you for not giving out candy. At least buy some popcorn balls. Especially tomorrow. There'll be like a dozen for $1. All the stores will be having clearance on all of their Halloween candy they're going to get stuck with until next Halloween. They'll pack it up in the little room upstairs where they put like all the seasonal candy, and they'll bring it out again next year at full price. Okay, let's click over, and we are going to dial... You know, I didn't even get this woman's number. Did Ellie say her number?
Huh?
Ellie didn't
she
give
gave you a phone number.
I mean her name.
Name?
Yeah, we got the number, we didn't get her name.
No.
Well, we'll improvise. You're going to do a little kid voice and complain that she got bad candy? So you're going to have to do it like I do. That's what you're going to have to do to be able to do it. But let me dial it first.
How does that sound? Does that sound okay? Is it convincing enough?
Over the phone it will be.
Oh.
If we can get through, if she's not too busy trying to ring Ellen constantly.
Please enter your...
Hello. Do you have some good candy this year?
What?
Do you have better candy this year than you had last year? It's Colin.
What?
It's Colin. I always come to your neighborhood during Halloween for trick-or-treat. And last year you had really bad candy and I didn't like any of it. So maybe this year you could get some good kind of candy? Colin. Colin. What? Are you...
The person you called is no longer...
Oh, she hung up already. we could barely hear her for some reason. Oh well. The voice was good. Sure, believe me, you have some good kind of candy. And the cheap ass giving out bags of pennies. Well, let me see what else is coming in here. Glowworm says, KDK, you are God, my friend. You are God. I upgraded Windows as shit, and thanks. I have an idea. You should prank C104 the core for being an idiot. And then he says, hey, get up, ban. I can't use this chat room. I'm a dumbass. Sorry. This guy's got a whole mental dialogue going, and he's typing it all to me. Call someone and ask them why they smashed your pumpkins and pissed on your inflatable Dracula. Okay. As a matter of fact, maybe when I go take a pee, we'll listen to one of the DJ Glowworm prank calls that I haven't played yet. You want to give me a call tonight? Intros, sure, give me your number, I'll give you a call. Monkey Phone, I closed out your IM, so if... Actually, yeah, I want to get Monkey Phone in here, because he's got the advantage of having a little kid voice. And especially when a woman hears a little kid's voice, she'll probably have a harder time hanging up on it. You know? I figure.
She didn't have any trouble hanging up. I don't know if that was because the voice wasn't convincing.
Maybe she wasn't hearing you well
But
enough.
she did call me honey.
Hey KDK, I can upload the Ashley Simpson video. Okay, cool. Upload it and give us an address so I can give it out and everybody can go take a peek at the Ashley Simpson video. Or just tell us where you found it and we can go find it there. That'd be cool. Anyway, I gotta go take a pee, so I'm gonna play one of these DJ Glowworm calls that I believe went through. I'm not exactly sure, but this one is called... Oh, hang on a second. This one is called Wrong Pizzas. I'll be right back.
Help you?
Hello?
Yes, this is Cornelia Pizza Hut. Susan speaking. How may I help you?
This Pizza Hut?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I have a complaint.
Okay.
I have the wrong pizza.
Okay. And your phone number.
I ordered 2 large pizzas, and I get 3 cheese pizzas.
Can I get the phone number?
I paid $13 more.
May I have your phone number?
I have a question, though.
Okay, I'm
How
sorry.
did the order get mixed up?
I don't know.
I ordered 2 pepperoni pizzas, and now give me 3 cheese pizzas.
We gave you 3 cheese pizzas?
Yes, 3 cheese pizzas.
I don't even remember making 3
And
cheese
the guy
pizzas.
was really, really rude.
And they just delivered the pizza?
About half an hour ago.
And what
I tried calling, and I could not get through.
Okay, I mean, I'm sorry for the inconvenience. What was that address?
And I'm hungry. I'm not eating cheese pizza. I'm allergic to cheese.
I'm sorry.
I'm lactose intolerant.
I mean, I can remake them if you just give me the address so I can get them sent out.
No, but the question is, how did my order get mixed up?
I don't know. I don't understand how it could get mixed up.
I mean, I want to eat a pizza really, really bad. Because I'm hungry. I haven't had food in like 5 hours. And I'm hungry. Ordered this pizza about an hour and a half ago.
Okay, I do apologize.
But why can I get pepperoni? Why cheese?
I don't understand how it got mixed up. I mean, all my orders been going out in less than 30 minutes. I don't see why it took an hour and a half either.
And my kids are hungry.
I understand. I do apologize.
And then the pizza gets here, and there's 2 bites taken out of one of them.
You're saying the driver ate on your pizza?
Yes, half the pizza is gone. There's 2 bites taken out of each slice from each of the boxes.
I'm sorry, sir. I mean, I can replace it. You know, if you just let me
No,
know.
I don't want any more pizza.
Would you like your credit for next time out?
I want money back. My kids are hungry. I have a 4-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a 3-year-old. And they are hungry. And they can't have cheese either.
Like I said, I'm sorry. I can replace and have it sent out immediately.
But I can't even eat this myself. And then the guy gets here, and he's really, really rude. He's like, give me the money. I'm like, okay, how much is it? He's like, $13.99.
Can you let me know what this at so I know who the driver is so I can speak with him?
I don't even know.
You don't know where you're located?
No. I'm not calling from home right now.
Okay, where'd you
That's
place
the
the
thing.
order to be delivered to?
Huh?
Where was the order delivered to?
My house.
Okay, and where was that at?
I'll just call the head office. You know the number?
I can give you my area manager number.
What's the number?
1 second, let me find the list.
All right.
Where's that list? My area manager's name is Jane Falcons. 650-9353.
756-4893?
No. 650-9353.
9352, right?
935.
Hello.
Eileen,
Huh?
how you doing, baby? Yo,
Wrong number.
no, I'm at the bus station. Come down and get me.
You ever? He kind of sounds like the rat from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Assistant.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello, Lon.
Hello.
Hello, Lon.
Oh, I wish we had a Vietnamese listener to translate for us. That was funny. And we're back. And those were a couple of damn. Those were a couple of long dong calls from October 2nd and 9th, because we tend to call him at least once a week. So if somebody in the chat room has the phone number for Mr. Long, send it to us and we'll give him a call. We'll wish him a happy Halloween. We'll tell him we'll bring him some candy. I wonder what he's going to ask him what he's going to dress up as. DJ Glowworm says you can call me, KDK. Okay, I will, but give me your phone number. Little technicality. Better call you interrupted playtime with my chick.
Bring up the chat. I want to see who's here.
You want to see who's here?
Yeah.
We got more people. We got 21 people in the chat room now, so come on down and enjoy the rest of the lunatics in the Lunatic Fringe.
Do we have
chat.
Bullard? We don't have Bullard. We don't have Rachel.
Well, it's like 4 in the morning right now in England, so we can't blame Rachel for not showing up every week. Tad Nipley is here. Welcome, Tad Nipley. He's a DEF CON Radio faithful listener. He's probably listening to us on DEF CON Radio.
We have Il Sonic.
Il Sonic? Is he a friend of yours?
I talked to him a little bit in the chat a few times. So I'm just trying to pull out names that I'm used to talking to.
He's a cool guy. Get Up is here. Intros, Ellie, Glowworm, Brandon, who donated the phone card that we're using tonight.
Thank you, Brandon.
Everybody say thank you to Brandon in the chat room. I did an interesting thing today. I went to the Universal Life Church. I'm not sure of the address, but I'll post it on the bulletin board when I go get it.
ulc.org.com or something.
Well, you can try it. Well, if you Googled Universal Life Church, you'd find it. But you can go to this website and become instantly ordained. So now I'm pleased to announce that Jill Myrtle Rosenthal is an ordained minister of the Universal Life Church. That's right. We can now refer to her as Reverend Jill, and she can live tax-free and call people at 5 in the morning to try to convert them to Judaism. Or something like that. Bud Glutton is here. I think you ought to smoke weed for the first time on the air. I want to be a bad influence. How about if I just sit here and I blow it in your face like a cat?
Whatever.
That works for Crazy Tina. Crazy Tina gets stoned that way. She won't smoke it directly, but she'll ask you to blow it in her face. And then she'll just breathe it in and sit in it. And it really, because she doesn't smoke, so that's all it takes for her to get high. Or maybe she uses that as an excuse to act extra crazy. I did a lookup today for, they're probably closed now, but I saw a funny sign on one of those free sites, probably Steak and Cheese or CJ or Boners or one of those, or all of them, probably. It was a sign for a hairdresser called Mr. Afro, so I looked them up and I found their phone number, but they're probably closed right now. I think they were in Alabama.
See, that's why we need Sean. We need Sean for Mr. Afros, and we need Sean for the babysitter here, Lavisha.
Lavisha. What was her nickname?
Visha.
Well, Ted can do a good black voice.
Yeah, okay. Is Ted?
Yeah, Ted is listening. Well, he's in the chat room. I don't know if he's listening, but he's in the chat room.
Ted, if you want to call in.
This one you got from Chunhua's coffee shop.
Uh-huh.
After you got off the train.
At the Bridgeport station.
Entros is giving me his number. Well, he said I interrupted playtime with his chick, and then he's giving me the number. So if I were you, I'd rather fool around with my chick than talk to my stupid ass.
Well, maybe his girlfriend wants to hear this.
Yeah, maybe she's turned on by the prank calls.
Or, well, not necessarily turned on, but we can fuck after. Oh, wait, I want to listen to the show.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to give you a call, intro, so don't go anywhere.
You kind of sound like
well,
a rat.
I hit the wrong thing. I meant to hit that.
It kind of sound like, what was that thing we were listening to?
What?
What were we just listening to?
That was a prank call.
Oh.
The one I just played. Because I forgot I didn't put music back in there.
Hello?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they're going in right now.
That's some good ass, man.
How are you doing, guys?
All right.
Did I really interrupt playtime?
Okay, I'm done.
If I was your old lady, I'd be pissed off you're interrupting playtime to, like, call into an internet radio program.
If I was his old lady, I'd be upset that you called me his old lady.
You don't even know who this is, do you?
This is Starlight and Entros.
Oh, yeah, right.
It's not Starlight?
It's not Starlight.
Oh, who are you? Are you the other woman?
Shut up. Who is it?
Are you the other woman?
No. Who am I?
You're over Entros' house?
That's wonderful. Who am I?
I don't know.
Do you know who I am?
No, I don't remember.
Okay, well, you've never talked to me on...
Well, then how am I going to know who it is? You crazy bitch.
It's Princess.
Oh, hey, Princey girl.
Yes.
How you doing, girlfriend?
All right.
So, wait, I thought Starlight and Entros were a couple.
Hey, Entros. What's this shit about you and Starlight?
Maybe I'm just confused.
What? No.
Sucking in Starlight's ass. You know, it's so tight now.
Don't talk about her that way. She's cool. Okay.
Hey, you want to send me some candy?
Yeah, I'll send you some popcorn balls.
No.
And pretzels. And
No.
a bag of pennies.
Hey, yo, I can get you that, those fizz candies.
Oh, you can get them? Mail them to me. I love those things. I could probably order them if I went to, like, a candy shop.
I can get them for, like, $2.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Cool.
I should give you some.
You guys feel like making a prank call?
I don't know. Let's find out. Want to make a prank call? He's not even answering me.
Oh, okay. So you guys just wanted to talk. You didn't want to prank.
Jesus Christ, he's too busy talking about him.
You don't need to worry about what he's doing. You can make the call.
Yeah, well, you can do the
wants
call.
to know if you want to make a prank call.
Why don't you do
He
the call?
wants to make a prank.
No, I want you to do a prank.
Oh, why?
Because you have a chick voice and guys are reluctant to hang up on hot-sounding women.
Okay, fine.
Yo, man.
Hey.
Hey.
Wow, he did it better than me that time. Okay,
Yeah,
try this one. Try firewalls.
Oh.
I got you.
Wait.
You couldn't do that.
Oh, fuck, I can't do it.
There's a
I
pop
already
in my
reached
picture.
puberty.
Starlight is married to Reclude. Okay, I got Reclude and Entros confused. That's what it was.
Dude, my pants are falling down.
Your pants are falling down.
Yeah.
I'll have her give you a blowjob while you prank call somebody.
She won't do it.
Why not?
Will you give me head when we make a prank call? No. Apparently not. Apparently gotta wait.
You want me to let you go so you can go get some?
No, man, I want to make a prank call.
You'd rather make a prank call than get some pussy.
KDK, man, I got all night. Okay.
Okay, so
she's been drinking, so she's happy as can be.
How old are you guys?
I'm fucking... hold on, 21.
If you gotta think about it, then you're about to lie to me.
No, I actually am 21.
Yeah.
And she's, like, way younger than me.
Like, how much?
18.
She looks about 18 in the pictures I saw.
Yeah. I gotta send you a pic. Oh, you saw my pic, right? Yeah.
No, I don't think... You never sent me a pic.
No, I'll send you a pic. I'll send you my stoner pic.
Okay. I'll put it up in the gallery.
Alright, good enough.
We're gonna call up Ali Ghouls.
Ali Ghouls?
Ali Ghouls, like Muhammad Ali.
Okay.
Oh, wait, fuck, I'm not gonna be able to do it.
Why not?
Because I only have the one phone card.
Oh, shit.
So...
On this line, I can't do three-way. Fuck.
Oh, well, so I'll let you go, and you go fuck your woman.
Okay.
Bukkake.
Okay, later, man.
Bye-bye. Okay, and Entros is going to go do Bukkake with Princey Girl. And, you know, it's a good thing I realized that before I dialed, because I was editing a program from 2 weeks ago, and I did it twice in a row, where I actually tried to call somebody else. I only had the one card, but I tried to click over and call somebody else twice while I was on the phone with Sean Ward, and I was just completely out of it. I'm always out of it. Anyway.
So if anybody wants to send a card through.
Well, we have one card already. Here's a number for a dumb blonde chick. Her name is Sloane. And then how do I pronounce this? Abu Nail Nachi. Right? Is that how you would pronounce it?
I guess so.
Abun El Nachi.
Is that rebel in disguise? Or?
No, that's not. Yeah, well, it could be. He's trying to get me to call his girlfriend. It's a setup. Okay. Everybody, please remember, if you want to send in comments about the program or talk about what's happening on the air, please use the AIM name to see you live. If you have an idea for a prank call, then you need to drag your ass into our chat room, www.kdkprankcalls.com. Click on the link for the chat room and use it the Java way. Or if you're an IRC user, the address is irc.centralchat.net and the room is KDK. And if you can't be bothered to go into my prank or my chat room to give me the prank call idea, then why should I be bothered to even make the prank call, huh? Okay, we got more messages coming in. Monkey Phone Matt keeps saying, call me, and still hasn't given me his phone number again. DJ Glowworm gives me his phone number, so we can call up. You want to call up DJ Glowworm?
Sure.
Here's how it goes. It says, you can call me, KDK, and then the phone number. It says, I'm black, so it's natural. Here's another number. Whatever. He's black. So, DJ Glowworm is only our second confirmed black listener. Hello? I'll be right there, Dave. We're going to put our crazy neighbor on here. Did you get it from him? Yeah.
They're talking to his crazy wife.
That was my crazy neighbor. I opened the door and I tried to get him to come in, but he didn't want to come in.
He didn't seem crazy.
Well, you didn't get to see him.
Oh.
Yeah, he's very... He looks like a fat Charles Manson. He's very disturbing. Like, to the point where I'm afraid he could snap one day and, like, try to sneak in here and kill everybody in the building.
Well, just based on how he looks, or does he do weird
Oh, that's
stuff?
DJ Glowworm, the Abu Nail Nachi, or whatever.
Oh, okay.
It's Japanese, so he's a black Japanese guy. There's a rarity.
Oh.
I thought they killed all. I thought they killed all black people in Japan because they didn't conform. Neo says crybabies are good. Too many IRC ass fucks are coming into the chat. They are seriously annoying. Starlight and I have kicked out a lot of ass fucks. Well, go ahead and ban them if you have people being assholes. That's what you guys are there for. Don't be afraid to ban somebody from the chat room if they're being a prick and trying to fuck up our good time. Right?
Right.
I don't think I'm being a prick. I think they're the ones being a prick. So let me go back to the chat room and see who we can call. We got 21 people in the chat room. Let's see. Who was I going to call a moment ago? DJ Glowworm. That's what I was going to call. Maybe you want to tell me, DJ Glowworm. Ah, he does. He says, I got three-way. Ha! So he'll be able to dial. So, DJ Glowworm, I'm going to call you, and hopefully you can figure out, like, local places that you can call or something. Hopefully you can figure that out.
Hello, how are you doing, dear?
I'm doing good.
I'm looking for Tyrone Shoelaces.
How you doing, man?
Who's it?
This is Augustin LeBoy
I'll let you go,
Matos.
okay?
Huh?
They're calling me. I'll let you go.
Oh. Well, you wanted me to call you now. You don't want to talk in the air?
They're calling. Huh?
Who's
They're calling me.
Who's calling you? Your parents? He got in trouble for being on the phone. Oh, man. Or maybe I pissed him off with my my racist joke. Tad Nipley is giving us the address for an Ashley Simpson lip sync site. It's www.lipsync.us. /. You probably don't need that backslash there, but he put it there, so I'll say it. Lipsync.us if you want to go see the Ashley Simpson video. But don't go now because you're busy listening to me. It's probably pretty damn funny to watch, though. Fuck it.
To hear who's calling, press 1. Call from...
Hey, this is Ted.
Hi,
to
Ted.
take this call,
No,
press
he can't
1.
hear us yet.
To ignore this call, now connecting. Go ahead, please.
Hey. I tried to do a more Jack sounding hey that time. How you doing, man?
I'm alright. I was just listening to your show. My wife and I are carving a pumpkin.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Are you doing like a goatee pumpkin or like a regular traditional pumpkin?
Well, regular traditional, you know, with the crooked teeth and the diamond eyes and the triangle nose.
There you go. Shows you geometric.
Yeah. Well, we picked it up on an actual farm, so it's kind of...
What
it was
happened?
interesting because it had bugs all over it, and you're not used to that when you pick it up from the grocery store.
Yeah, really?
You lift it up, and there's like pill bugs crawling all over it, and you're like, ew.
So you brought this bug-ridden pumpkin into your house?
My cat was eating raw pumpkin. I don't know if he's going to die now. But
No. Raw pumpkin? Why would a cat want to eat raw pumpkin?
I don't know. I've totally ruined his natural instinct.
Exactly. You made him like the biggest pussy cat. He'll never be able to survive in the wild after the Holocaust.
Speaking of which, I just rented like a foreign film. I don't know if you've heard about it. It's called Impact. After the Impact or Post Impact.
I rented it the other day and I copied it, but I haven't watched it yet. Is it any good?
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't watched it yet. I just got it from the video store.
Yeah. It looked like sort of a Day After Tomorrow or...
Yeah, that's what I thought of when I saw it. And I'm like, oh, that looks kind of good. Because there was like a Mars kind of film that I saw that was from that same company, that same production company. I think it's like dubbed in English or something.
Uh-huh. I think the company's UFO or DEJ or something like that. They do a lot of horror movies and sci-fi movies. Usually pretty mediocre. Not like real crappy stuff.
And there's another film we rented called Saved. I don't know if you heard of that.
That's a comedy, right? About evangelists or something?
Well, it's about like a Christian high school.
Oh, cool. I'll totally have to rent that.
You know, probably a bunch of girls getting pregnant.
We got like an hour to go back to Blockbuster and get different movies if we want to watch something later. So maybe we'll end the program like a couple minutes
Hold
early.
on a second. My wife says that movie qualifies as a horror flick.
What, Saved?
Saved.
Why, was it really bad?
No, it's just she went to a Christian high school, so probably very scary.
Yeah. So are we going to be treated to a 404 not found tonight?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I think I want to watch movies.
You got like an hour and 8... Okay. You got like an hour and 8 minutes. You don't know if you want to go on yet?
I don't know. I just got a call from Rebel.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is
I wanted to know if I was pissed at him. And the truth is I don't harbor bad feelings towards people for that long. So
yeah. But it was kind of pricky for him to call in and say he's saving you.
Well, I didn't know he was joking. So
yeah.
He called me to tell me that he was joking and that he didn't really mean that the show sucked, but he's just not interested in doing the show.
Ted, I actually thought that was really awesome. You were doing really great, and especially not having, being the first show doing it entirely by yourself. I thought the pranks were very funny, and it was going great.
Yeah. He didn't want to hear soundboard stuff, but I was actually digging it. I really like the soundboard stuff sometimes.
Soundboard stuff is fun sometimes.
Yeah, it's fun.
Especially when people figure it out and get pissed.
Yeah.
I wanted to hear your dad's call again. I was explaining to my wife that we had prank called your dad.
I found an old prank that somebody did to my sister, too. Maybe it was Hectic. I got Hectic to prank my cousin. And I can't remember who I got to prank my sister, but I found it in like a file this afternoon. I don't know if I could find it again right away.
Maybe I can call someone and have Jack accuse them of having bad candy.
Okay.
I know that premise has already been done. But.
So we're going to do it a ton of times and then only keep the best ones. Right? Okay, I'll click over and I'll dial, let me see, from the MRC, what we can do. We got
Damn, this is one homely pumpkin.
Your pumpkin didn't come out good?
Well, it started off pretty homely. It's not round. It's kind of like a circle that's been pushed on from... Well, circles don't have sides, but you know.
Yeah.
It's a squished circle.
It's not a cement. Are you like Charlie Brown? You wanted to get like the dopey-looking pumpkin because you knew no one else would take it?
No, it's just because we got it today.
Oh.
So there were no better pumpkins.
Sometimes the misshapen ones you can carve like a really disturbing pumpkin with, though. You know, if you get if you get one of the retarded misshapen pumpkins. Anyway, I'm gonna click over and we can call up. I'm not sure how to pronounce this, but it's Mahmoud, so it's Mahmoud. Mahmoud, yeah, no, Mahmoud. There's two M's in there. Mahmoud Ghoul.
Ghoul?
Yeah.
Is this a Neo number?
Yeah, this is no, this is a Peepers number.
Oh, wow.
It's confirmed and they're local, so I won't have to use the phone card.
Mr. Peepers is starting to get numbers that sound Neo-ish.
Yeah, really. Mahmoud Ghoul. No, actually, let's try this one first. Marjorie Ghost, because she's local and I won't have to.
Sounds like an old lady.
Marjorie Ghost. Yeah, it does. We love old ladies.
Marjorie Baxter.
Marjorie Ghost. This is Marjorie Stewart Baxter.
Hello? 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 Marjorie? Yes? This is Jack. Now, before I come trick-or-treating this week, I'm kind of surveying all the houses to find out, you know, which places I should spend my time. Who is this? This is Jack. I'm a 12-year-old boy in the neighborhood. Well, you better not come up here.
What a bitch!
Call her back.
You want to call? I'm gonna call her right back because I can do the redial.
Tell her this time you are gonna call and you're gonna bring some eggs.
Sorry.
Yeah, call her and tell her you're gonna egg her because last time she gave you caramel creams or something.
Because she hung up on him.
Wait, hold on.
She's done it now.
Yeah.
She started off all nice and like quiet.
Yeah.
And then she built up. She's like, "Oh shit! You better not come here."
I'm gonna redial. I'm coming there, and I'm bringing all my friends.
We all got a dozen eggs.
Hello? Hello? You know, grow up and find something to do. Don't call her again.
She knew it was a prank, though. That's why I wanted to get like, one of the kids on here to do pranks with us, because they have the natural little kid voices that you can't fake. You know?
You know?
Yep. We got, okay, let's do the Mr. Ghoul one. Let's do Mahmoud Ghoul then. Okay. That one I have to use the card for, unfortunately.
Please remember to shop where you bought this card. Dialing.
I sort of like this card.
I like the
specific advertising.
Yeah. Wherever you got this, yeah. Support them. They're cool with us.
Is this a ghoul person? Who is this?
Mahmoud Ghoul.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Is it a confirmed working?
Yeah, but not tonight. It might have been last week. I think it was last week.
Oh.
The party you called cannot be reached.
Okay, never mind. We haven't done Freddy Krueger, Rock Zombie.
I actually liked Ellie's call to Mike Myers.
Did you?
I started dying when she said, "What the fuck is it going to take to kill you?"
I like how the phone is ringing in the background and the answer machine is picking up and she's all confused. That was funny, like you planned it out. Okay. DJ Glowworm is looking for local numbers that he can dial, so I'll give you a call back. He says he was confused as shit. Call back. I'll dial the number. If you want to call back, I can three-way a local place of residence. So we'll give him a try again later. We have Alan Horror and Freddy Krueger and Rock Zombie that we haven't done yet. There's a couple more, but...
Alan Horror?
You want to do Alan Horror?
Okay.
Please remember to shop where you bought this card.
Jack.
What if I, bought it in a strip club?
What?
Bought the card.
Oh, yeah. Hello?
Hello?
Hey, how you doing? Is this Alan?
Yes.
I'm calling because I'm getting together and I'm chaperoning all the kids in the neighborhood to go trick-or-treating tomorrow, and we're going to be stopping by your place. So I wanted to call and make sure that you knew to have everything, kid-friendly, nothing sharp or pointy around where the little idiots are going to trip and hurt themselves on it, and everything well lit, and give out some good candy. And everybody will have some fun. And I know that that Bates kid, I heard him saying he was going to be bringing some eggs this year for people who gave out bad candy. So you might want to pass on passing out the bags of pennies this year.
How wonderful.
You remember that year you gave out the pennies, the bags of pennies? The kids are still holding a grudge about it. Hello?
The person you called.
Sounds like somebody else picked up on his line. You there?
Yeah.
Cocky Doody?
Cocky Doody from India.
That's DJ Glowworm also found a Mike Myers. Do you want to call Long? I want to wish him a happy Halloween.
Oh my God, there's someone in my complex I could call.
You found somebody in your complex?
Yeah.
Too bad we don't have the number for somebody who really does give out bags of pennies. If anybody gives you
I'd
a
have
bag
to
of
call
pennies,
my old neighborhood.
yeah, really. If anybody gives you a bag of pennies or a popcorn ball this year, everybody write down their address, go home and look it up, get their number, and we'll call them, and we'll complain about their crappy candy.
Hold on, I'm gonna call somebody.
And they won't be able to deny it.
I'm gonna call somebody real quick.
Okay. I'm here.
Oh, sorry.
That was painful.
Blah, 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 blah. Do you have any other numbers that...
Oh, you didn't want to leave them a message?
I couldn't understand them.
You're afraid they would recognize your voice?
Maybe.
Like you walk
Well,
by,
no.
you walk by, you say hi.
Oh, it's you bastard.
Yeah, exactly. Hey.
All right, this one's a little dangerous to try, but, what the hell.
What's that? What's dangerous to try to prank call?
The number you are calling, area code 40.
Oh, shit. Oh, well.
What was that supposed to be?
There's supposed to be someone who, lives across the street from me.
Oh. You want to prank your neighbors?
Well, I'm probably not going to have much luck picking numbers out of the phone book, so...
Okay, I
do we
guess...
have any numbers that kind of work?
Well, I have these that are supposedly confirmed, but most of them aren't working so far tonight. Let's try Stella Killer. Okay?
Okay.
Because it looks like you confirmed this one tonight.
Alright.
Hey, this is Jessica. I'm sorry I can't come on the phone right now, but please leave me your name, number, and a brief message, and I'll call you back as soon as I can. Thanks.
Leave a message.
Yo, Stella, this is Bubba. Now, last year when I came to trick and treat by your house, somebody done did a trick for me. Now I don't want treats this year. I want that same trick you done pulled last time. I got my friends come with me, and you was gonna, what you say, turn a trick?
Yeah, something like that. So next time we come by tomorrow, get some candy and, have you turn the trick for us. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And, yeah, that's all. Now don't, make sure your husband ain't there, nothing like that. Alright, peace.
I hope she lives with her parents and they get to hear that. That was awful. That was horrible. You're you're a bad, awful person.
You're a bad, awful man.
A Kitchwich sounded like a bar, so we don't want to call that one. Eli Pumpkin Stillwell. Another old guy. Okay, Eli Pumpkin Stillwell. Didn't I call him?
I don't know.
He's right below Charles Pumpkin, and I'm pretty sure I called him last week. Okay.
Yeah, I fear I end up calling the same person twice. Like, that's been happening to me too often.
Yeah, really. Nobody wants to confirm the numbers. I'll give him the ones that he called last week. Okay, we'll give it a try. Eli Pumpkin Stillwell. Is this Mr. Pumpkin? The Great Pumpkin.
Hello? 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 Hello?
Hi, this is Jack.
Huh?
Is Eli there?
Uh-huh.
May I speak with him, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Hello?
Eli?
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Jack.
Who?
Jack.
Oh.
I'm actually one of the neighborhood kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you last year have a pumpkin out on Halloween?
Have what?
A pumpkin.
No.
You didn't have the scary pumpkin?
No.
Oh, how about a scary ghost?
No.
You didn't have any decorations?
No.
Why?
I didn't.
Maybe it was your neighbor because something made me god-awful scared when I came over there.
Yeah.
Now, I came there for some candy, and what I got was the most awful scare of my life. I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
But I don't know who it was.
Did you put scary things in front of your house?
No.
I don't believe you.
Where?
Because I've been in therapy for a whole year.
Okay.
Because I saw some scary, awful things.
Okay.
And you know what the worst part was?
What's that?
Those awful pumpkins, and then followed by what you gave me.
Oh.
Those god-awful pumpkin, those popcorn balls?
Yeah.
I almost choked to death on that shit.
Well, it wasn't me.
It was you. Sir? Hey. Don't get all quiet on the phone.
He's just like, I can hear his dryer going in the background. That's my guess for what that sound was in the background. Closing the dryer.
I kept saying pumpkin. I was going to say popcorn.
That's not a bad idea. Little bags of pumpkin seeds. Give those out. That's a good whammy. Okay.
Oh.
I'm checking with the IMs. Looks like Neil is sending in some names at the last minute. Oh, these are the ones from last year, or last week. And I don't remember which ones I've called or not. That sucks.
Rebel is here.
So do you have anything planned for Halloween? Doing anything special?
No, I have candy.
You're going to stay home to pass out candy? Are you going to dress up?
have anything to dress up in.
Yeah. I know what you could dress up as. Put on some of your wife's clothes.
Yeah, well, I weigh twice as much as she does. So
that would be scary. Put on like a vest or, you know, some kind of frilly skirt. You can go as Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Put on your wife's clothes and.
Are you gonna dress up as anything?
No, I don't think so. Keith probably will. He doesn't have to work tomorrow, so he'll probably. He likes to scare the kids at the door. You know, they ring the bell and he yanks the door open and goes, "Rah!" And scares the hell out of the kids. So that's always fun.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'll probably put the stereo in the window so we can play creepy music and scare the kids. They really do get scared if you play the creepy music.
I remember houses that used to do that.
Yeah. When I was a kid, I thought it was cool.
Yeah. Like you could buy like tapes with just the scary sounds on them. I remember that. Like you could buy like a Halloween tape.
I'll probably put in the soundtrack for Deep Red or Suspiria or some horror movie like that. The Halloween soundtrack.
Well, we had like the cheesy one from like Walgreens or something.
Yeah, where like the woman is like screaming and it sounds like it's like
and then like abandon hope for he who enter here.
Yeah. Title that one Witch Orgasm. That's what it sounds like to me.
Oh well. So is that real Rebel in the chat room or is that somebody else?
Is Rebel in the chat room? I guess it could be real Rebel. I didn't know who is on him yet, but that one gave me a douche chill. That was weird.
Someone keeps signing in as you.
Dave is reported.
And saying like, oh, I got his information from the web.
Maybe
he keeps posting your real name to the...
Maybe it's Pindar.
It's like, I report your name.
Uh-huh. Why aren't my ops doing anything about it? Where's
Starlight had been kicking his ass out of the room over and over again. He just keeps coming in over in a different nick.
Well, if they ban him, he won't be able to come back. I think
they're just kicking him.
Ballard says, I want Dave to kill me. Shit, call me.
Those are two very different things.
Yeah, really. Where's your mind? He's like...
He said he was so drunk. If you scroll up a little.
He wants to kill somebody and he's drunk. Everybody run.
Alright.
Well, I think I'm going to let you go, Ted. I'll play a prank call and come back and call one of the listeners or something.
I got 2 new CDs in the mail.
Oh, yeah? What do you got?
One of them is called Hey, You Called Me.
Uh-huh.
And another one is called something like Who Is... Look, I don't remember, but it's like Who Is Somebody. What the hell is it called? It's kind of reminds me of Ricky Smiley kind of thing a little.
Uh-huh.
People I've never...
Oh, can you do me a favor?
What?
Sean Ward. You got to add him to the rotation. His prank calls are fucking hysterical. They're really going to love them. I posted 2 new ones today. They were actually up there last night, but I didn't want to post them yet.
Under hosted pranks?
Yeah. Sean Ward.
DJ Concepts Fish Sticks.
That's actually a mistake. It should be MC Concept, and I keep forgetting to fix it.
Oh, wow, there's a lot of calls on here now.
Yeah. We got like a dozen hosted prankers up there.
Mr. White 3000.
Oh, he's the guy who did that funny Counter-Strike Dollar Store call from last week. You remember?
Oh, okay, yeah.
And that's a funny-ass call. You ought to put that one in, too. The kids love that one.
Bastorma Bob. Oh, monkey phone's gone.
Ballard says, oh my god, I'm suck drunk. Let me get on the air, please. Okay. So we're gonna have to get Ballard on the air so that he can
probably far more entertaining than I am.
Act a fool.
Okay.
Well, you do sound like you're in better spirits because you've been depressed for like the past 2 programs that you've done about this whole election thing.
Well, I went on a short vacation with Karen. I took Thursday and Friday off from work, and I went to a bed and breakfast on the coast that was... Your balcony looks out on the ocean, and it was an extremely relaxing and pleasing experience.
And you said to yourself, maybe Republicanism isn't that bad.
No, I wasn't thinking about that at all, which was the greatest part of it.
Yeah, good. It'll all be over in a couple days.
So.
Well, it'll drag on for a year.
I was more, interested in. We actually saw a seagull flying by with a starfish in his mouth.
Awesome.
Yeah, so it was really neat. Then we tried to save the starfish, which was really counterintuitive, but
the fish dropped the starfish on the rock to crack it open so he can eat it, and you tried to save it?
Yeah, well, we tried to throw it back in the water.
Mm-hmm.
But, you can't really tell with starfish.
Yeah.
Because they don't move, really.
Well, they move, but so slowly that you can't hardly tell.
Yeah. It was fun.
Okay, well, I'm going to let you go. And
right.
I'll talk to you next week.
Happy Halloween, Ted. Have a good night.
Oh, you too, Roman.
Yeah.
Peace out.
Thanks for being the second subscriber to Ted Webb.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Peace out, bro.
Later.
That's right. We are the only people who are generous enough to subscribe and actually pay Ted in exchange for his
maybe they don't
wonderful
know
service.
about it. I hope folks I would think that Ellie or Rachel or...
Now, what's it set up as? You can do, was it a couple bucks a month?
That's the only option, I think, right?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
He had it where you can set it up for, what I was paying. It was, $25. But
because I would have set it up for more.
You would have set it up for $25?
Oh,
wow.
No, 25, maybe 10 or 15 rather than 2.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so it's $2, It doesn't take that many people to pay $2 a month for the system to pay for itself. It's not really that expensive.
Yeah.
It would be cool if it did pay for itself, so I didn't have to pay $25 a month. And Ted wouldn't have to pay $25 a month. We spend $50 a month to bring you guys PC radio. I hope you guys appreciate it. 130 hours of prank calls. That's insane. Maybe we can get Ted in the Guinness Book of World Records for having the largest collection of prank stuff.
Maybe.
He's probably got more prank call CDs than prankcallcentral.com.
Yeah, but most importantly, everybody needs to go and vote November 2nd.
Yes.
Hopefully you're registered if you're of age.
Don't forget Nader is a non-issue. Rebel's going to start cursing in the chat room again because he was a volunteer for the Nader campaign last time around, he says. So he's going to get all pissed off when you say that Nader's a non-issue. He's only there to steal Democratic votes. And we're never going to have a change in this country until people wise up. Or until they make it so that Nader can donate his votes to one of the other candidates. That would be the most democratic way to do it. But
and secondly, especially if you're a long-time listener and one of the folks in the chat room and one of the friends, or consider $2 a month to Ted to keep it going would be the right thing to do.
It would be the right thing to do and the right time to do it, as Wilford Brimley would say. Anyway, I'm going to play a prank call, and then Ballard, we're going to give you a call. So I'm going to give you the little the delay will catch up. By the time the call is over and I call, hopefully you'll have heard it and you'll be off the damn phone. So the one I'm going to play is one of those rare angry prank calls where I call and pick a fight with somebody, and it's called Ping Pong Twat. And I'll be right back.
Hello?
Hello. What's up, man?
Hello? What's up?
Hello. I can barely hear you. Bob, right?
Yeah.
You are going to be so pissed that you're not here tonight.
What?
We got a stripper over here. It only cost $50, so we pulled our money, and we got a stripper over here, and she's shooting ping pong balls out of a twat.
Who is this?
So you blew us off to hang out with a chick that you're probably not even going to get laid with, and we're over here watching some skank shoot ping pong balls across the room with her twat. We're taking pictures too.
Who is this?
We'll have to. This is Dave. I don't know you, but they told me to call you and rub it in the fact that you're not here and we're watching ping pong.
Yeah, I think you.
Anybody got a paddle?
What the fuck?
I think Brian's got a paddle. Downstairs in the family room. Get the paddle.
Hello?
So you can knock them back. Hello?
Who the fuck is this?
I told you. It's Dave.
Dave who?
You don't know me, so my last name doesn't mean anything anyway.
Don't fucking blow me. Stop calling fucking phone, alright, pussy?
Well, I'm just rubbing it in that you're not going to get laid and we're watching ping pong. There goes another one. This is so fucking ridiculous. You got to see this.
Who the fuck is this?
We'll show you the pictures when we're done. Don't you get all uppity with me. I'll come down there and I'll stick my foot so far up your ass.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Sure. Anytime, pal.
I bet if I go over there, you'd be hiding behind those bitches.
What?
You're like the gay guy who likes to hang around with the women. They like to hang out with you because you're non-sexually threatening.
Oh, wow, you're a funny dude. Who is this? Dave? Dave who? If you're not a pussy, then come up here.
Okay.
Where are you?
My name is Dave Schneider. Next time I see you, I'll introduce myself, and then I'll take your ass and stick my foot up your ass.
So why are you calling the cell phone?
They said call this number because this prick blew us off so that he can hang out with this skanky fat bitch that he's not even going to get to fuck. And I'm like...
Who's they?
I'm not going to tell you. You know who it is.
They?
I'm not going to tell you. You know who it is.
I know who it is.
Who did you blow off tonight to hang out with the fat skanky bitch? Put the fat skanky bitch on the phone. I'll ask if she'll shoot ping pong balls out of her twat. I bet you she can shoot a pool ball across the room. Hello?
Yeah, what do you want?
Ask her if she can squat down and pick up $1 like this hoe can.
Why are you fucking talking still? Like, I don't understand. Like, who the fuck are you?
Why haven't you hung up yet?
Because I don't care, because you're a fucking bitch. I
you
really
know what?
like you, Dave Schneider, to come kick my fucking ass. I'm standing right here waiting for your faggot ass, shit-talking pussy ass.
Look who's calling who a
Hang up
faggot.
the fucking phone. Hang up the fucking phone and come here right now. We'll be waiting for you.
I heard a guy talking in the background. You're not even hanging out with chicks. You're hanging out with guys. You're going to get fucked in the ass tonight, aren't you? You're going to be shooting ping pong balls out of your ass. Hello? Oh, we lost him.
Prepaid card service. Please remember to shop where you bought this card. Dialing.
No.
What's up?
Hey.
Hey.
How you doing?
What's up, man?
So you wanted to get on the air. Now you're all half asleep when I put you on the air.
I ain't no fucking half asleep. You're fucking half drunk.
Yeah, half drunk.
Shit, yeah.
So how you been, man? You were at a party earlier tonight, apparently?
Fuck yeah, dude. God damn, dude.
Is there anybody over there now?
Fuck yeah, like 35 motherfuckers over there, dude, some shit.
And your parents are having a party?
Hell no, they're probably in a room, probably hustling above like last time.
So you're having a party?
Huh?
So you're having a party?
Yeah.
And why don't I hear anything?
I don't know. I don't hear shit either.
You're drinking alone, I know it.
Huh?
You're drinking
I drink alone.
with nobody else.
Yeah.
So are you able to dial, like, click over and dial a local random number?
A random number?
Well, that way you won't have to pay for it.
I think yeah, I can.
And we're not going to call anybody more than once, so even if they do trace your number, fuck them. There's nothing they can do about it, right?
Fuck it.
Yeah, I wouldn't even bother with star 67.
Hey, if they took me in like the fucking room where they asking questions and shit, I probably wouldn't remember it anyway, so it wouldn't matter.
Yeah. Is the Ballard Show going to be on tonight?
The Ballard? Yeah.
You want to do the Ballard Show tonight?
Yeah.
Invite everybody at the party to come down and take a look.
Come on, y'all. Shit, why not? Everybody in the party, boo.
You really are drunk, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm gone, man. I can barely even type in the fucking room, man. Oh, God.
When are you going to come and visit us?
Pretty fucking soon, man. I'm almost there. I'm there with you, man. I'm fucking there.
Can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
No, not you. Can you go grab me a beer? Thank you. So, why don't you click over and dial a local person? What state, anyway?
I don't have what do you call it, three-way?
You don't have three-way?
Fuck no, dude.
You're on dial-up, you don't have three-way. Are you living in a trailer?
Yeah.
You live in a trailer?
I live in double wide right now.
Double wide? For real?
Motherfucking double wide, yeah.
So there's no party going on over there. We totally hear it inside of a double wide.
Yeah, I left. I was in a trailer.
and it was like 4 fucking coolers full of beer, dude, and fucking shitloads of fucking Jägermeister. And
Somebody in the trailer park was having a party?
Yeah, dude. It was awesome, man.
A block party. A trailer party.
Yeah, there's a lot of fucking people in there.
Tailgate party.
I just dressed up all in makeup and shit. I mean,
Oh, you were dressed up and everything?
Yeah, dude, it was fucking awesome. I had like brain squirting out of my head and shit.
The funniest thing happened last night. Keith was supposed to have a party last night, right? Except that he forgot to tell people, about it, so that they could actually show up. So only 2 people showed up, like this one hot goth chick and her boyfriend. They showed up. They're the only people who showed up. And before the end of the night, I guess everybody got drunk, because before the end of the night, she was dancing naked in here and letting us, like, feel her up. And Keith had his dick hanging out.
I would have had my dick hanging out too. Shit.
You would have had your dick out too?
Fuck, I'd had it out everywhere, man. I'd be dancing around, slinging that bitch everywhere.
Yeah. Actually, it was my fault. I sort of took it out.
Hey, no problem. Shit, I would have done too. You know what I'm saying? Take mine out, Dave. Shit.
Too bad I didn't have a camera set up. That would have been boobies free.
God. Oh, you motherfucker.
Really, really nice boobs too. Like small little areolas.
Were nice and
Her nipples were hard too.
Huh?
Her nipples were hard too. She was totally turned on by like dancing for 2 bi guys.
Mm.
While her boyfriend walked.
If I was her, it'd be 3.
Yeah. Her boyfriend looked like he was going to get naked for a minute, but he never did he?
Damn. I don't know, did he?
No. I could hardly remember last night.
Me neither. Shit, man.
I did get really drunk last night.
I was fucked up last night also.
Were you?
Yeah.
I'm very proud of you.
Damn cocaine, man. Shit fucks you up.
You were doing coke last night? That's bad. Don't do that shit.
Yeah, it's just like a one-time thing.
Yeah.
I never do this shit anymore.
Yeah, it's just... And what did you feel?
What did I feel?
Yeah. You did the coke, and how did it make you feel different?
I was just fucking numb and hyper as a motherfucker.
Thirsty, probably.
It's not even like a pleasant feeling.
It wasn't even worth it.
Yeah, exactly. So don't do it again.
I won't.
See, I do some sort of public service. Just stick to the weed. You'll be fine.
Yeah, weed's fine, man. Shit.
Are you stoned now?
I smoked that shit last night.
Oh, yeah? You smoking weed and doing coke last night?
Yeah.
Did you get laid last night?
Yeah.
You did? A guy or girl?
Girl.
Oh, really?
Girl/guy.
Girl/guy? What does that mean?
Both.
A transvestite?
No. Ooh.
Now he's making up stories now. He's like Viper. He's like, I did a 3-way last night.
3-way? No. I did both. I did girl anal and /
What?
Yeah.
I didn't hear that. Repeat that.
I
heard the word anal.
Last night.
You gave a girl anal last night?
Yeah.
Okay.
/ yeah. Remember what you told me?
Remember what I told you?
Yeah.
What'd I tell you?
You said, what'd you do last night? I said, both.
Okay, so I
I think he's saying he did one of each.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you fucked a chick in the ass, and then you went back to the party and picked up a guy and fucked him in the ass. Or did you get fucked in the ass?
Yeah.
You got fucked in the ass?
Yeah.
So it was a good night for you. You're on coke, you're on weed, you're getting drunk, you're fucking chicks up the ass, you're getting fucked up the ass. You got all the bases covered.
I was all straight.
You're a fag.
I got some thing too. Little Neo can't boot me out of the room for saying this shit.
Neo's kicking you out of the room?
Nah, I said she can't boot me out.
You're not on that.
I'm dirty to her the other night.
You were talking dirty to Neo?
Yeah.
Pervert.
Oh well.
How old are you? You're 18?
I'm 18,
Yeah, she's 16.
Oh, damn, jailbait. Oops.
You pervert.
Hey.
Besides, you're supposed to visit here first and be our bitch boy for a week.
Oh.
Let's go, somebody.
Raw milk will be there?
Why, you want him to be? He probably would come back.
He could be.
He could be. There you go.
Have a 4-way going on.
Ryan's too uptight. Ryan would be too embarrassed to even watch a 4-way going on. Right?
I wouldn't be.
You wouldn't be.
I have my moments.
You have your moments.
I have my moments when I let go.
Oh, yeah?
When you let go.
Everybody wants to let their hair down. What's that?
I said I'd let go easy. Oh, God, let me stop. Oh, God.
Okay, I'm going to do a rune casting for you. Ask me a question, and I'll consult the runes and see what they say. I'm going to do the simple inverse or reverse readings because I didn't study enough to do a Celtic cross.
So what do you want me to say?
Ask a question. Well, first I got to find my runes. Where the fuck are my runes? There they are. Okay, ask a question. Well, hang on a second. Because I'm going to read your psychic energy over the phone, and I'm gonna transmit it through my fingertips into the runes.
Like a psychic question? What kind of question?
No, ask me a question about your life. Like, give me a yes or no question. Something easy.
Alright. Well,
People can hear the bag of runes in the background. Nice little ceramic runes.
Alright, you ready?
Yeah.
Alright, well, I'll find a woman or a man that will satisfy my pleasures / give me a good life. Give me a good life in marriage.
Okay. No.
Damn.
You want to try again?
Will a man give me good butt pleasure?
Give you good butt pleasure? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yes. See, it does work. Try again.
You got one of them 8-ball things swirling around and shit?
It's sort of like that. It's the runes. What I do is I pull one out, and the way I lay it down, whether it's upside down or right side up, is either positive or negative.
Damn.
So go ahead.
Is my eyes even or negative?
What's that?
Is my even? Fuck it. Whatever I just said, fuck it.
It was negative for the first question and positive for the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, does my eyes come out bigger than less?
What? Your eyes are gonna come out bigger?
Yeah, my eyes, like the good shit. You know what I'm saying?
I have no idea what you're talking about. Are you following this?
I'm not
I guess he wants a general, is he gonna have a good life kind of a thing.
No, it's sex.
You have 1 minute of call time remaining.
Oh fuck, the phone card's about to run out. You gotta make it quick, Ballard. We only got a minute left.
Fuck.
Is Ballard gonna do a webcam show for us tonight? Oh!
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna let you go because the phone card's gonna cut you off in a second here.
Damn, alright.
So,
Have a good time, too.
peace out, bro.
Alright.
I'll see you after the show.
Much love.
Much love. Well, the rune said no, but he said yes, so my guess is he's going to disappear and back out. Because the runes are always right.
No.
Huh?
I would go by a person's answer before I'd go by a rune.
A rune, yeah. I don't know, they're not really, it's not like something stupid that's going to like tell the future like that, but
yeah.
The way a rune mall and fortune telling work is that it helps the person whose fortune is being told to sort out their own problems because they're very vague and you're asked to fill in the information based on where your mindset is and what you're thinking about at the time.
Yeah.
So it's a good form of therapy for people. But as for like telling the future, that's like obviously a bunch of crap. Now Neo's gonna get all pissed at me. Anyway, I'm gonna take a break.
For entertainment purposes only.
I'm going to take a break here and play a song from the Shaun of the Dead soundtrack. It's L7 with Pretend We're Dead. And we're back. Hello. And that was L7 with Pretend That We're Dead, and me fucking it up halfway through by clicking on the wrong thing, but at least I didn't crash the program. And Ballard is saying that he forgot everything that he just said, like on the air like 2 minutes ago, so I'm reminding him, you said you were going to do a webcam show for me, Ryan, and Keith after the show. So we're all awake and we're all watching, and we're all awaiting the Ballard program.
Yeah. Keith's mad that I woke him up. Is he cranky about that?
Did you wake him up?
Yeah.
You were squirting him with a water pistol? Oh, yeah, that's probably a bad idea.
Oh.
You squirted him with a water pistol. Honey? Are you going to lay down in the bedroom? Oh, okay. He's shitting. No, he doesn't sound pissed.
He just had.
He gets mad when I do it.
For a second, he had a cranky look on his face, but then.
Yeah. If it were me, he would have gotten all pissy about it.
Oh. Well, I apologize if it.
It is sort of annoying when you're trying to sleep.
Oh. Well, yeah, but he slept all day.
That's for the kid.
I didn't get to, like, talk to him at all, hardly this trip. You know?
So, what, are you here to see him?
I'm here to see
you're not allowed over
everybody.
here anymore. What?
I'm here to see both of you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm going to call up DJ Glowworm. I tried him a little while ago. And, oh fuck, the card just died. Never mind. Did anybody else ever send in a card? Once again, the address, if you want to take a look at the Ashley Simpson lip-syncing video that we talked about earlier tonight, it's lipsync.us, lipsync.us. And I guess I can close that one out now. And DJ Glowworm, I don't think I'm going to be able to call you. I don't have any more phone cards. Same with Monkey Phone Mad. One of these nights I gotta do a program like for the kids, where I have like all the kids on and have the kids do prank calls and do like all soundboard prank calls, because that's what kids like. Kids always love those fucking soundboard prank calls. Just to mix it up a little. Well, nobody else sent in a phone card, so it looks like, well, thank you, Brandon, for your card. I'm sorry that we killed the whole thing. We killed Brandon's whole card and we never even got to call him. Well. I'll hook you up with some phone cards in a week or so, DJ Glowworm says. Well, I usually provide my own cards, but every once in a while, like tonight, I'm too lazy to go out at the last minute and pick one up. I usually get them beforehand. And the cards I buy are, like, incredibly valuable. Well, not valuable, but they're a good value. I'm a Jew like that. DJ Glowworm is rubbing it in. The Monkey Phone Matt was once again banned from E-Bomb's World for talking shit about how he hates soundboards. You're preaching against the choir over there. Everybody, their interest in prank calls extends as far as Arnold soundboard pranks. That's about it. That's the way the majority. It's like the equivalent of pop music. It's like the pop music of prank calls. Those stupid soundboard calls. Anyway, we're down to the last 17 minutes of the program, and I haven't played half of these new calls that I said I was going to play tonight. So I'm going to play one right now. This is the one where Josh, T56, either last week or the week before last, we called up a place that was advertised as, like, German power slaves. It was like an escort service.
May I help you?
Hello?
Hello?
Hi, this is James. How are you? Is
Good,
this
how are
the
you?
Greek Mister site? Did I call right number?
I'm going to call him back, and you can ask why they hung up on you. What a bitch. You know, retarded people got to get laid, too.
Minute.
Okay, ready?
May I help you?
Hi, I just called and I got hanged up on, and I'd like to use the service, please, and I just wanted to know what kind of cost you have going over there. What?
Is it just for you?
Well, yeah, well, kind of. My cousin Kenny, it's going to be a surprise for him for her birthday.
Uh-huh.
And I just want to know kind of rates you got going over there.
It's $190 for one lady or $290 for two.
Okay. Excuse my voice, I've got cerebral palsy. But my cousin, he's got kind of like me, but he's okay. How much is one lady?
Right.
How
$190.
What's that?
$190.
Okay. And what kind of
I'd like to break in for a moment just to announce that New Era Radio, which has recently left the Radio Alliance and decided to turn their back on everybody, they're on the air with a live program right now to exactly 0 out of 150 listeners. Thank you.
skills do you have? What kind of
when is your party?
Techniques? My party is November 2nd, election day.
I can give you a what?
But you know what? That's dedication. If you got 0 listeners and you're going to continue doing the program, that's real dedication. You know, like, perfectly well that nobody else in the world is hearing what you're doing. But you still want to... Let's see who's on. Let's see if we can see who's on. We're going to make people go tune over to a New Era out of, like, pity. It's an all-request program. You can go over there and request your favorite bad music.
You can check out the girls on there if you like.
Oh, that'd be wonderful.
It's www.
What?
COLS.
COLS.
Badgirls.com.
Badgirls.com. You got bad girls there?
Yeah.
Are they bad? What kind of stuff they do?
Well, for parties, they do like dollar tricks, body shots, beer shots, and things like that.
And can we put whipped cream on the boob?
Who's cracking up over there?
What?
At the end of that call, you can hear somebody cracking up in the background. That wasn't on either of our ends. There was somebody on their end listening in who was cracking up at it. At the Oriental massage place or whatever it was. The ad was like German power slaves and dominatrixes or something like that. Like I said, retarded people got to get laid too, right? I have... man, like, I haven't even gotten to half of the stuff that I was going to play tonight. I'm going to play this one because we were just talking to Ballard. This is a prank call that I did to his mom, where I called him up and, well, I told his mom that he was masturbating on webcam for my granddaughter.
Hello.
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 Hi.
Hi, I'm sorry to be calling you so late, and you don't even know me, but my name is Edgar, and I'm calling because earlier tonight I went to go into my granddaughter's room, and I see on her computer she was watching some young man. I don't know how to say it, but he was masturbating on his camera on the computer, and I wanted to call and let you know what was happening. I spoke with my daughter, and she gave me this number, and she said that your son, I guess, why are you breathing so heavy? Hello?
I'm not. I'm here. I'm here.
Okay. She says that, are you Corey's mom?
Yes.
She says that Corey was the one who was masturbating on the webcam for my granddaughter, and she's only 18 years old, and I wanted to let you know what was going on. I have no idea how old he is, but from the looks of it, he's probably...
Who is your granddaughter? Who is your granddaughter?
Her name is Angela, and she says she's never met him before. She only knows him from the computer.
Okay. I'll fix that so it'll never happen again.
Well, I don't want him getting...
Call.
Hello? Hello?
Excuse me?
Well, I don't think...
Sorry.
What? I don't think...
I didn't hear you.
I don't think you ought to take his computer away, but maybe tell him, I don't know, maybe I'm just old and...
Well, that's not something you're supposed to do to anybody, especially over the airwaves.
Well, she said she was the only one watching, and she is 18.
Still.
I don't know, maybe I'm just
that's
old.
Not something you do.
These young...
No, you're not. I'll take care of that.
These young people
I
today...
appreciate you calling.
They're always playing with their bodies and experimenting, and with technology getting involved, you know. You know, he has no idea how old she was. She could have been 70. She could have been...
Right.
She could have been, I don't know, she could have been 7. You never know who...
Could have been anybody.
I just hope to God that she wasn't doing the same with him.
Right.
Because her mother found a sex toy in there last week, so I hope this thing hasn't been going on for long, you know, with them doing it back and forth and such.
Right. I appreciate you calling. I'll take care of him, though.
Might I ask how old he is?
He's 18.
Oh, well, I feel better now that I know that they're both adults.
Yeah, well, doesn't sound like it, does it?
well, maybe you never know. Maybe they'll meet someday, get married, raise a family. We live in New Hampshire.
Okay.
I'm sorry, you got really faint all of a sudden. Are you in shock?
I'm sorry.
You got really faint.
No.
Well, do you have a cordless?
Yes.
Could you do me a favor and bring the cordless to Corey? Is he still home?
No.
He's not home. Would he run out once he got caught?
No, I'm not at home.
Oh, I got you. Okay. Well, how did Angela have your number if you're not at home? You're lying to me. Oh my God, you're lying.
I'm not at home. No, sir, I'm not at home.
Okay.
I'm not at home.
Well, how would Angela have this number then? Maybe Corey gave her this number?
I have no idea. I guess so.
Are you at work or
Had
something?
to have.
You're at work?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
on my cell phone.
Have you ever done that before?
No.
I must admit I'm a little curious now that I see that it's possible. And I was going to ask if you wanted a little show. I gotta tell you though, I'm kidding. Your son really wasn't masturbating on the webcam. I was just having fun with you. Hello? Are you there? Oh shit, don't tell me she hung up on me before I could reveal the joke. Oh God, Corey's probably spazzing. Please, this Tuesday, go out and vote. Don't vote for Nader, because it's only a wasted vote. It's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to mean anything.
And don't vote for Bush unless you want to die.
I was going to be diplomatic and don't say don't vote for Bush, even though I just played a song called "The Idiot Son of an Asshole."
Unless you want to, die or have send a lot of people you know off to die.
Unless you're extremely wealthy and you're all for raping the earth for personal profit, vote Democrat.
Right.
That's all it comes down to. It's a pretty simple decision. If you're of voting age, hopefully you've already registered, because it's too late now. It's down to the wire, and it's going to be close. And no matter how it comes out, it's going to be highly contested in the courts for at least a year to come. So everybody get your ass out there and vote, because the wider the margin, the harder it'll be for them to steal the election again. We all remember what happened last time. Let's not let it happen again. Everybody get your ass out and vote. Even my stupid ass is going to get out there and vote, and you ought to too.
And if they're trying to have you vote on a computer,
no, you can't vote on a computer. Can you? In some places, I think you can vote on a touch screen.
That's what they're trying to do.
But that's good, though, because old people are frightened of technology, so that might steer them away from voting.
No, because they can rig the software.
You know, if you were elderly, you would think you would want to vote Democratic more than anybody else, because the way they're raping the Social Security.
Well, yeah, a lot of.
But they don't care, because they're going to be dead by the time people my age are having to collect Social Security, and there ain't nothing there anymore.
I've actually talked to a lot of elderly people. There are people that came in from the apartments, and a lot of them were Kerry supporters.
Yeah, well, good for them. So maybe it's a bad idea for me to keep going with my. Keep the elderly from voting day?
Yeah, I don't think they age.
We'll have to make it keep the wealthy from voting day, because all they want is to hang on to their money. So they're motivated to vote more than the poor people. The poor people always have a laissez-faire attitude, like, I don't care, no matter what I do, the world is going to be fucked up. And they don't want to do anything to try to fix it. You know, if the world is fucked up, there are things that you can do to fix it. And Kerry may not be the answer, but he's definitely better than the current problem.
He's the only option. It's not that I think he's going to save the world, really.
Well, I agree more with his sensibilities, so I feel safer with him as president.
Instead of voting for Kerry, vote against Bush.
Yeah, well, there you go. Redefeat Bush. Just vote against Bush, but don't vote for Nader. Vote Kerry, you assholes. Anyway, thank you all for listening. Don't forget to tune in again next week. Same time, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on PCU Prank Call Underground, Wild Bunch Radio, www.wildbunch.com, and DEFCON Radio, www.defconradio.com.
Visit them all, as well as my site, www.kdkprankcalls.com. I'm rattling off all the URLs right now. But the most important one to remember is kdkprankcalls.com, because that's my site. Visit that site, join our bulletin boards, join the chat room. Welcome to the community. Have fun while you're here. Tune in again next week and stay beautiful.
Just remember that you're standing on a planet that's evolving and revolving at 900 miles an hour. That's orbiting at 90 miles a second, so it's reckoned, a sun that is the source of all our power. The sun and you and me and all the stars that we can see are moving at 1,000,000 miles a day in an outer spiral arm at 40,000 miles an hour of the galaxy we call the Milky Way. Our galaxy itself contains 100 billion stars. It's 100,000 light years side to side. It bulges in the middle, 16,000 light years thick, but out by us it's just 3,000 light years wide. We're 30,000 light years from galactic central point. We go round every 200 million years. And our galaxy is only one of millions of billions in this amazing and expanding universe.